This just out, the average age of a vehicle on the road today is just over 11 years. That's impressive because it takes regular maintenance and solid repair work to keep a vehicle running well that long. At Quality Car and Truck Repair, that's what we do. We keep vehicles running their best for as long as possible. We're still changing oil, performing regular maintenance, and doing repairs on vehicles much older than that. Keep your vehicle in shape. Call Quality Car and Truck Repair, 220th Avenue and Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
Go the extra mile with Bader & Sons Company and the unstoppable John Deere Gator XUV 835. When other utility vehicles take a rain check, we help you take the wheel and enjoy the thrill of the ride. With factory-installed 3-wide seating, heating, and AC, the XUV 835 is our coolest, most comfortable Gator yet. Isn't it time you took a John Deere Gator for a test drive? To learn more, go to greentractors.com. From Southeast Michigan to the bridge, let the experts at Bader & Sons Company show you why we are outstanding in our field.
Home is where the heart is. Since 1903, we've called the heart of Michigan our home. When you bank with us, your money stays right here, invested back into the communities where we work, play, and live, promoting economic growth and community service. At Isabella Bank, we care about our community because this is our home too. Isabella Bank. Bank local, bank anywhere. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Y102, broadcasting from the Isabella Bank Sports Studios. Isabella Bank, bank local, bank anywhere, at one of 30 locations, or online at isabellabank.com. Proud community supporters of Warrior football include Quality Car and Truck Repair, home of the 1695 oil change, Chippewa Hills School District. Visit chsd.us to find out more about becoming a Warrior. Bader & Sons Company at greentractors.com. Gingrich Tire. Nobody beats the service at Gingrich Tire. Lakeside Motorsports. The end of the season clearance sale is happening now at Lakeside Motorsports and Nelson Speed Shop. Mercantile Bank. They get what banking should be. Big Rapids Daily News. Free local news right to your smartphone. Follow Big Rapids Daily News on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Let's head to the Isabella Bank Sports Studios for Warrior action with James Young and Bastion Taylor.
Absolutely. Thank you for listening to the Chippewa Hills School District pregame report. It will be the Warriors offense starting out on the field as Paris Olson and Logan Davis are back deep to receive. And if you're a Warriors fan, there is only good feelings when you see those two out on the field together. Yeah, he's out there for the Lions, out there for the kickoff is Ashton Stevens. The Lions are in all black here tonight. Black pants, black uniform, black helmet, white numbers. For the Warriors, they have the white unis and the white pants, red numbers, and the red helmets. So a little bit of light versus dark here tonight. As we are just about set for the kickoff, the officials are getting ready here. As I mentioned, back deep to receive is Paris Olson and Logan Davis. We expect to see them both line up at quarterback here tonight. And the kick is up, and we are underway here from Newaygo, fielded at the 15-yard line by Logan Davis, who reverses it actually to Paris Olson up the middle. Paris Olson, he has the kicker beating a couple defenders. Couple flags come in. Paris Olson outruns the defense on the left side. Paris Olson will get into the end zone. Let's check the flags.
Number 5, Paris Olson.
What an incredible play there. I imagine it's going to be brought back, potential block in the back. But what an incredible effort there by Paris Olson.
Really just a fun little wrinkle to start the game off like that. You know, all week they were probably pretty excited. Like, hey, we get this kickoff. We're going to do this little handoff. We're going to make a nice reverse out of it. And then it just doesn't work. Yeah. You know, it works and it works. Right. Because honestly, I don't think they needed a block in the back there. It's really unfortunate.
Paris just outran the defense.
I think after 2 seconds after that ball got handed to him, he was gone. Yeah. We all set it up here. So that's really unfortunate to see.
And it will be actually holding on the Warriors, so wipe the touchdown off, but something that the Lions are going to have to watch out for here tonight on special teams.
We've seen it for years now, this Warriors team, when they had Karan and Karante. They don't really kick it to the deep man very often. We see a lot of little short pooch kicks getting caught at the 35. So for that exact reason right there.
So the Warriors offense instead will take over on the 30-yard line as we are set to see the offense for the first time here tonight. Logan Davis and Paris Alston both out there to start. It'll be Paris Alston at quarterback, Logan Davis at receiver. In the backfield with Alston is Gabe Miller. He has 80 rushing yards on the season. He's also played well defensively. And he'll get the handoff here. Not much going. Met right at the line of scrimmage there. Big number 70, Aiden Culver, one of the many Lions in on the tackle. That'll bring up 2nd and long.
And Culver just ate up that offensive line. There was nowhere for Miller to go on that run. So we'll have to just continue to see how this offensive line holds up. And this trench battle is going to be really interesting tonight. Already you can see the size on both teams.
Loss of 2 yards there on that first down carry. 2nd and 12 for Paris Alston. He's in the pistol. A couple receivers spread out to either side. Alston gets a snap. He rolls right. He's going to keep it himself. He tucks it, makes one defender miss, and he gets spun down near the 35-yard line. That was a nice little gain. That'll bring up 3rd and short.
A nice little run there by Alston. Really didn't look like he had too much. Made a few men miss, and then now we're looking at what, a
3rd and 4, I believe.
4 or 5-ish here.
3rd and 4, ball spotted at the 36-yard line. Need to get to the 40 for the first down on this first offensive drive for the Warriors. Alston remains at quarterback. He gets a snap. He looks right. He's throwing deep. He's looking for his receiver. And pass just through the hands. Falls incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. He was targeting out there. I believe that was Parker Thompson. Gavin Miller, the intended receiver. Nice coverage there by the Lions. And the pass falls incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
But after that first drive, we see a little bit of that wrinkle the Warriors put in last week, a little more than they had been playing it, with Paris Alston at that QB position. And Logan Davis out wide at that receiver's position. It looked like right there, Logan Davis might have had a step on his man on this left side. So really interesting to see how this is going to continue the rest of the game. Will Logan Davis get his QB snaps?
4th and 4 now. The Warriors set to punt the ball away. High snap. Kick is up and away. It's a nice punt. Takes a friendly Warrior bounce as well. It'll be touchdown at the 36-yard line. We're going to take a quick 30-second break as both teams come out onto the field. You're listening to Chippewa Hills Warrior Football on WIBR.
My name is Kyle Taliska. I'm the principal at Mecosta Elementary School in the Chippewa Hills School District. My Blissi is an integrated behavior and reading model where we improve behavior by teaching explicit skills and then in turn increase our instructional time so that we can impact reading and make it better across the board. The more time on task we can have for all students, the better outcomes educationally. And that gives our teachers the chance to do what they are so gifted at doing as far as educating and getting the best outcomes from our students. For more
Welcome back. James Young and Bastian Taylor here from Newaygo High School. We just missed the end of that first down carry by Jared Wismer. The Lions offense kept me off guard, to be honest. There was a quick huddle there, and Wismer picked up a couple of yards, but there is a penalty holding on Newaygo, so that'll wipe off that decent little first down run. All right, and they're going to spot the ball now at the 30-yard line. So 1st and about 15 now for the Lions and quarterback Brendan Brechting. Brechting had a good game last week, as I mentioned in the pregame. He gets a snap, turns around, hands off. Wismer right up the middle. He has a head of steam. Broke the first tackle, but the Warriors recovered quickly. Logan Davis in on that tackle. Nice run by Jared Wismer to get back close to the original line of scrimmage.
And Wismer, another player they're going to want to get going for sure. I believe you said last week, over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. So that's a player they're definitely going to want to feed tonight.
2nd and 11 now. Brechting gets the call. He's in the pistol.
Check the depth of the linebacker.
He gets a snap, hands it off. Wismer once again. And Wismer brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Gabe Miller in on that tackle for the Warriors. That'll bring up 3rd and 10.
A really nice play by Miller to just fill the hole there, fill the gap, really filled it in there from that linebacker position.
Just over 9 minutes left to go here in the first quarter from Newaygo High School. 3rd and 10, got to be a throwing situation you'd imagine, but let's see what the Lions call. They'll fake the handoff, look left, throw left. He's looking for his man deep. Pass falls incomplete. Looking for Remy Wells, but Parker Thompson in the coverage there. Pass falls incomplete, 4th and 10.
That's Parker. Scream at Parker.
All right, 4th down now, 8:59. Brechting in the gun. Trying to get the snap quick. Try to get the defense offside. Nothing going. High snap. And he's actually going to punt it away there. Paris Alston lined up at the 30, gets the punt, and he breaks a couple tackles. That was close. A nearly nice return there by Paris Alston. He gets out to about the 43-yard line. We're going to keep it right here, as I remind you. To 15.
Linebackers coach, so we're really good. Yeah.
Alston in the gun.
He did great. That was.
Paris gets a snap, delays for a second, keeps himself running around the left side, tries to follow his blockers, and it looked like he just lost his footing a little bit. He could have had more, but tripped up. Either way, a nice carry on 1st down there by Paris Alston.
So we're starting to see so far Paris Alston making a difference in this game just with his speed and his agility. I mean, he's just a very hard man to take down, especially on that defensive side. One-on-one with Paris Alston is just not a position you're going to want to be in open field.
Logan Davis at the wide receiver position was crucial there. He got the block to get Paris Alston a couple more yards as he'll hand it off. Gabe Miller right up the middle, and Miller down from the nice run there by Gabe Miller.
Oh, you so well.
Gabe Miller not known for his big plays, but that was a great run there by the senior.
Gabe Miller always been more of a gritty, work hard, get it done. But right there, he just bulldozed somebody after about 20 yards and continued going. I thought he was gone. Really impressive run. And now the Warriors set up inside the 5 pretty much, inside the 7 here.
Ball spotted, right at the 7-yard line as Paris Alston comes back out there offensively. As I mentioned, Gabe Miller came into this ball game with 80 rushing yards. He had about 40 on that one. Paris Alston in the pistol. Gets a snap. He rolls right, trying to find his blockers. He throws, and pass falls incomplete. Dangerous cross-body throw. Almost lucky it fell incomplete there. He was looking for Gavin Miller.
I know, but he's
That was really a dangerous throw. Alston didn't set his feet before he threw, and then he threw across his body. He's really lucky it just fell incomplete.
I think sometimes Paris Alston, he's not refined as a quarterback with the footwork, but he's got such a strong arm. He just relies on his arm to do everything. So right there, I think a little bit too much of that.
We're out in the wing T now. Logan Davis back under center, turns around, hands it off. Paris Alston right up the middle. And Alston picks up a couple of yards. That'll be 3rd and goal now. Let's see where they mark him, right around the 5-yard line.
So that's the first time we've seen the wing T get broken out tonight. Wonder if they stick with that. I think the options of being able to have Logan Davis and Paris also on the field at both times kind of gives you a lot, just different wrinkles you can throw in there. You can hop in that wing T. You can do whatever you want. So that's pretty interesting.
Davis under center, turns around, fakes a handoff, keeps it himself. He's rolling right, throwing right. Pass is deflected, and it wasn't intercepted. Let's see. The officials are going to talk it over. And it was intercepted. Lions take over on offense.
Just a really good play. Couldn't quite see who the defensive end was there that got his hand on that ball, but that looked like a touchdown. It looked like they had a wide open receiver in the back right of the end zone. Logan Davis really played it well and then just hit the hand and it got tipped up in the air, and then just a fantastic interception. Looked like it was going to hit the ground, but a diving play. So now they get the ball at their own 6-yard line?
Yeah, at the 6-yard line, 1st and 10, 7:03 left to go here in the first quarter as the Warriors' turnover woes continue. Brechting gets a snap, and he hands it off. No, fakes handoff, keeps it himself. Manages about 4 yards on that one. Probably the right decision as Jared Wismer, the running back, got tackled in the end zone there. Brechting luckily picks up a couple of yards for the offense.
2nd and 8 for the Lions.
So 2nd and 8 now. Ball spotted actually at the 8-yard line for Newaygo's offense.
It looks like Bolt just went too far.
He gets a snap. Brechting rolling right, trying to follow some blockers, cuts upfield, and Brechting spun down there. Nice tackle from behind by Carl Whipple. but not until Brendan Brechting picks up the first down for the Lions. So we knew that he was a dual threat quarterback. He had a lot of passing success last week, but that was a nice run there by Brendan Brechting, the senior.
Just outside their own 20-yard line.
Brechting now going to be under center. No, in the gun, excuse me. He gets a snap, hands it off. Wismer breaks a couple tackles, breaks it out left, trying to fall some blockers. And Jared Wismer, another nice run there by the Lions. I believe he'll pick up the first down, and he does. Gets down all the way to about the 31-yard line there.
To the outside, picks up that first down. Tackled there by number 12, Gavin Miller.
Newaygo had offensive success last week against Reed City, put up 40 points. Obviously, it was the defense that failed them last week, but the offense is continuing to have success here tonight.
Okay. So on that bull,
Brechting, he keeps it himself, rolls right, throws right, he finds the receiver. Nice catch there by Amari James. And Amari James gets over midfield, all the way down near the 40-yard line of the Warriors. Nice play there by Amari James.
Looks like a pretty decent pass there. You got to see a little bit of that arm strength. And you get to see that they are not afraid to throw that football.
Brechting in the gun. Two receivers to his left, one to his right. Wismer in the backfield with him. High snap over his head. He does manage to recover it. Rolls left, and he nearly breaks the first tackle and gets brought down behind the line of scrimmage there. Gavin Miller on cleanup duty as Brendan Brechting tried to make something out of nothing. Unfortunately, lost about 6 yards on that carry.
okay, just keep it like it is.
Ball spotted now at the 47-yard line of the Warriors.
I tried that.
Second and 16.
Wouldn't go. It's not in the end? No.
Brechting in the gun. Two receivers out to his right. He gets a snap. He rolls right, fakes the handoff actually to Wismer running on the left side. Breaks the first tackle. Wismer breaks the second tackle. And he just slips down near the original line of scrimmage. Pick up about 6 yards there by Jared Wismer.
A little unfortunate. It looked like that was a place where the Warriors actually had a chance to stop Wismer in the backfield, not once, but twice. Not quite the backfield the second time, but he found a way to squirt it out into a pretty decent gain.
Gain of about 6 yards there. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Lions.
It's not zooming for some reason. How crazy is this over here? Paris.
Brechting going to be in the gun once again. He gets a snap, takes a handoff, keeps himself rolling around the right side, trying to find the edge, and he lowers his shoulder, goes over a defender. Nice effort there. He will be short. Good tackle there by Gavin Miller. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Looks like a player shaking up on that tackle there.
And it was Gavin Miller, the man who tackled, who will come off the field now. Hopefully nothing too serious there for the senior. He's been having a nice year for the Warriors, offensively and defensively. And the Lions will stay out there. Last time they just punted it from the quarterback position. Brechting gets a snap, keeps it. He rolls left looking for this first down conversion, and he gets brought down. Ball pops out. He would have been short anyway, but it will be recovered by the Warriors, so a turnover there for Chippewa Hills. Paris Alston comes up with it.
For the fans at home, they don't get to see the play made there in the trenches, but Carl Whipple, oh my goodness, he stood right on his man, waited until he didn't lose leverage, and that was so important. Turned the quarterback back in, and then caused a fumble there. So a great play by a defensive lineman.
We're going to keep it right here. As I remind you, tonight's game is brought to you by Quality Car and Truck Repair, the area's only AAA service center, 220th Avenue, just west of 131, Big Rapids. So the Warriors offense comes out on the field now. Still a 0-0 ball game. 3:03 left in the first quarter. Logan Davis going to be in at quarterback under center. Turns around, hands it off right up the middle. And a nice little carry there. A late flag comes in. I believe that was Chad Sheldon on the carry. It was. Let's check the flag. Penalties have been an issue here for this Warriors team early on in this season. But let's check it.
does look like they are talking to the head coaches over there.
I think they're going to say it was just a warning to make sure that the sideline is on the sideline. So no penalty there, but just a little bit of a warning for the Newaygo sideline.
He's the only one there, but
Davis remaining in at quarterback under center. Turns around, fakes a handoff, keeps himself rolling around the left side. Logan Davis tries to make one man miss. He does get brought down, falls down, a late block there. No penalty. Logan Davis tried to make one man miss, just lost his footing, but a nice carry, and it'll be a first down.
Great carry, but it almost felt like it could have been 10, 15 more if Logan Davis just could keep those feet. But again, another great call and a little bootleg out of that we haven't seen too much of that wrinkle this year, so that was really cool.
Ball spotted now at the 48-yard line for the Warriors. Davis under center, turns around, hands it off right up the middle. Chad Sheldon, nice carry there. He'll be close to the first down marker, picked up about 7 yards on that carry.
So you're starting to see a little bit why this Lions defense got gashed in the run game last week. Just can't quite get that push up front. And right now the Warriors are just running at will. They got to just continue with this, you'd think.
3 backs behind Logan Davis. As he gets a snap, turns around, hands it off. Paris Alston running around the left side, tries to break one tackle. He'll get brought down, but he does pick up the first down. Ball spotted just over the 40-yard line at the 39-yard line of the Lions.
I don't get why, that's just so unnecessary.
First down now, 1:38 left to go here in the first quarter. Want to remind you, tonight's game is brought to you by Isabella Bank. Since 1903, Isabella Bank has been lending a hand in support of our area's schools, service, and civic organizations to make our communities a better place to live. Isabella Bank. Bank local. Bank anywhere. So on this first down now, Logan Davis will be under center. He turns around, keeps it himself, and he's looking to pass deep, and he throws. Pass ball's incomplete. No, caught. Paris Alston made an incredible play there. Logan Davis was looking for Troy O'Mount. The pass was deflected, and Paris Alston made a diving catch. That'll be a first down, Warriors.
An intriguing play there. Very strange, but if you look there, Paris Alston wide open for a touchdown. So made the catch anyway, but it looks like maybe Logan Davis made the wrong read on who to throw that one to.
Under a minute left to go now in the first quarter. Davis under center, turns around, hands it off. Paris Alston cuts upfield, and he'll be brought down there. Big number 55, Hudson Harkness, in on the tackle.
On that run, it almost looked like Paris Alston could use a little breather.
Coach, what do you think about Gray here?
And Alston
really close.
Picked up maybe a yard. Nope, just got back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 now.
Yeah, he's gassed.
Let's see if we see one more play here before the end of the first quarter. 20 seconds left to go now here from Newaygo. Logan Davis under center, and he gets the defense to jump. That's something that we've seen in the past here from Chippewa Hills Warriors quarterbacks, and Logan Davis, just another one who has really perfected the art of making the defense jump off sides.
Well, and you can really see it. This defensive line was starting to try to jump that snap count a little bit, and Logan Davis just making a heads-up play, coaching staff making a heads-up play to call that one. And, that's just something this Warriors team works on really well, better than most high school teams, is that hard count. So that's really interesting.
2nd and 5 now. Logan Davis turns around, hands it off. Gabe Miller. Gabe Miller makes one juke. He'll be close to the first down marker. Ball spotted near the 10-yard line. I believe he did pick up the first down, and he does. So it'll be 1st and goal, and we come back here at the end of the first quarter. Ball game tied up 0-0 between the Chippewa Hills Warriors.
Gingrich Tire Center reminds drivers now is the time to make sure your tires are ready for the winter driving season. Test your tread depth in a few different spots to see if they're wearing evenly. Make sure that they're properly inflated, and the best thing you can do is get your new snow tires now. Get your car winter ready from Gingrich Tire Center of Remus, your one-stop, on-the-spot auto service station with a complete line of quality tires and auto services. At Gingrich Tire Center, they never tire of tires.
Home is where the heart is. Since 1903, we've called the heart of Michigan our home. When you bank with us, your money stays right here, invested back into the communities where we work, play, and live, promoting economic growth and community service. At Isabella Bank, we care about our community because This is our home too. Isabella Bank. Bank local.
My name is Kyle Taliska. I'm the principal at Mecosta.
This just out, the average age of a vehicle on the road today is just over 11 years. That's impressive because it takes regular maintenance and solid repair work to keep a vehicle running well that long. At Quality Car and Truck Repair, that's
Careful because the nose is
Kind of hard to see from this angle. I believe they're actually saying he's stepped out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Look at that. Run board.
So second and goal from the 3. Logan Davis turns around, hands it off. Paris Alston right at the middle, trying to fight for the end zone. And he'll be wrapped up, and they'll call the play dead. And a flag comes in late as Paris Alston ends up on the turf.
A great job by Paris Alston there, extending the play first off, but then at the end when he gets thrown down, he didn't show any, he stood up and just handed the ball off and just didn't retaliate at all. So huge play there by Paris Alston to keep his head composed.
I mean, go board. If they're going to go
Not a lot of yards to give, but that should be an automatic first down for the Warriors.
They're in a TNT.
And it will
Pick them up and throw them back to him.
be a first down. The officials are talking it over.
But right here on wedge, you would just bounce it one way. You know what I mean?
And the ball will be spotted.
We're at the 1 yard. Oh, yeah.
We're at the 1 yard line,
We're on the 1 yard.
1.5 yard line, give or take.
I agree. Yeah, just tell them board is wide open. Yeah, board
Davis
is
under
right
center,
here. Board-
3 backs behind him.
Linebacker is going to take a ride.
15 seconds have gone by here in the second quarter so far. Davis under center, turns around, hands it off right up the middle, and touchdown Warriors.
Yes, sir.
I believe that was Chad Sheldon in there on the touchdown.
Chad Sheldon getting that carry on first down, so Mr. First Down, Mr. Touchdown here.
You can tell the Warriors fans here love that as their team gets on the boards first.
Like that, like shit.
That's really cool to see, especially after that turnover, after, they were down at the 5 yard line and then a turnover, just to get that ball back and to take it right down the field and just punch him in the mouth is a really impressive drive here for the Warriors.
They're going to keep the offense out there as they go for 2. Davis under center, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, rolls around the right side, tries to find the edge, and will be put down. There will be a face mask penalty. Logan Davis was going to be short, but he was brought down by his face mask.
And not only just his face mask, his whole helmet was ripped off.
And he got up amped.
Yeah, you run over that.
The officials are talking it over. It was a very clear face mask penalty.
Is that a second one?
Davis will come to the sideline. Get the next call, you got to think.
That's what I'm saying. That'd be nice. That's like
The officials are
that's 2, right?
talking it over.
That's 2 games.
As they talk it over, I want to remind you tonight's game is brought to you by Gingrich Tire. Are you weather ready? Stop in Gingrich Tire in downtown Remus or visit online at gingrichtire.com today.
So at the very least, the Warriors will get this ball with another opportunity at this 2-point conversion or to kick this extra point. But
And it will be a face mask on the Lions. So I think they're going to retry here. Even closer now to the end zone. Chad Sheldon was the man who scored the touchdown. That's his first of the season for Mr. First Down. Ball spotted right at the 1 yard line now for the Warriors. Davis under center. 3 backs behind him. And the ball hits the ground. Fumbled the snap, and it will be no good. So score remains 6-0 here. And that is sort of a disappointing way to end that drive offensively.
a little disappointing, but hey, 6 points on the board, a 6-point lead. I don't think this Warriors team is going to be too upset about it. So really a good touchdown drive there for this whole team.
Yeah, we saw a lot of the different playmakers here offensively.
Go the extra mile with Bader & Sons Company and the unstoppable John Deere Gator XUV 835. When other utility vehicles take a rain check, we help you take the wheel and enjoy the thrill of the ride. With factory-installed 3-wide seating, heating, and AC, the XUV 835 is our coolest, most comfortable Gator yet. Isn't it time you took a John Deere Gator for a test drive? To learn more, go to greentractors.com. From Southeast Michigan to the bridge, let the experts at Bader & Sons Company show you why we are outstanding in our field.
Officials get set here. And Whipple's kick is a beautiful one. Fielded at the 15-yard line, taken back up the middle. and breaks a couple tackles and going around the left side now. A couple flags come in late. Nice return there by Amari James. We saw a big catch from him earlier, but let's check the penalties.
Once again on another big return here in this game, which we've seen a few of them. There is a yellow flag, which we have seen quite a bit of laundry on the field today. There's been a couple penalties here, and there are a couple personal fouls already at this time, so pretty early to have that. But, yeah, we're seeing the penalties out on both teams. It's not just the Warriors, not just the Lions. They're both been penalized pretty heavy today.
Thankfully, no delay of games yet.
That's probably the first time we've been able to say that this season, so let's knock on wood there.
Yeah, plenty of time left. And it will be a holding penalty on Newaygo. That'll walk off the James return there. Ball spotted now all the way at the 20-yard line. That's where the Lions offense is going to take over.
Hey, Coach AJ, are you on? Who's the second guy?
So
in?
Brendan Brechting will come back out at quarterback for Newaygo.
Second guy in. Okay. So let's Parker.
In the backfield with him is Jared Wismer.
A
Couple of seniors back there here on senior night for the Lions.
Yeah, Parker did a terrible job.
A couple of receivers
Chad was like more contained guy.
split deep for Brechting. He gets a snap, hands it off. Jared Wismer right up the middle. Nearly broke that tackle. Instead, he'll be brought down. Nice carry there, nearly a first down.
Nice first step there by Wismer on that one. Just really got a good start right out of that backfield. Just drove himself for 7 yards before even getting in touch, really.
Good job by Jonathan Calabrese to wrap up there. Looked like Wismer was going to break that tackle, but Calabrese made sure that he did not. 2nd and 3 now. Brechting in the gun. Gets snapped. He rolls left, tries to follow his blocker, still following his blocker, stiff arms one defender, and he gets met there. Gavin Miller back out on the field. He made a huge tackle on that carry.
Just a great defensive effort. More than one player. Is almost all 11 players on that defense side of the ball got there for that little gang tackle there at the end. So that was really cool. Really just good team pursuit.
3rd and 3 now for this Newaygo offense. They had a couple of big plays, but no, not a lot of sustained success here yet tonight. Brechting drops. He looks left, throws left, pass falls incomplete, just outside of the reach there of his receiver, Remy Wells. So to bring up 4th down.
Looks like Brechting and Wells just on a little bit different page there. Looks like Wells probably took that about 2 yards too deep, and the ball is just a little short, trying to just get that 3-yard first down.
What the hell? What? Wait, what's Parker doing?
4th down now, 4th and 2. And they are going to punt the ball away. Back deep to receive is Parker Thompson. He'll let it bounce. Ball will be spotted at the 44-yard line.
A little pooch kick punt, and Warriors not really prepared for the punts. They just kind of stay away from it. Don't risk anything there. So, not the greatest return or anything, but a pretty solid play to just make sure no mental miscues there.
We're going to keep it right here. As I remind you, tonight's game is brought to you by Chippewa Hills School District. Are you ready to become a Warrior? Just visit chsd.us for more. Y102 is proud to again be the voice of Warrior Sports and add the live video on Facebook Live this year for those unable to attend the games. A valued partnership with Chippewa Hills School District and the Warrior community. Logan Davis under center, turns around, hands it off right up the middle. Nice tough carry there. As that was actually Trenton Wiggins. Good to see him out there for this team for his senior season.
Feels good to be able to call that name at this point in the season. Just someone we've been missing on this Warriors team. So really interesting to see how they use him today. Obviously going to slowly bring him back, but nice to see him get a carry and just drive those legs a little bit.
And he's going to get a second one now as he breaks the first line of defense. He keeps going, keeps those legs turning, still fighting. Welcome back, Trenton Wiggins.
Now, if you were wondering why this Warriors team was maybe missing Trenton Wiggins or what they were missing with Trenton Wiggins, there it is right there. Trenton Wiggins is just a very good athlete and a very good player with the ball in his hands.
And Paris Olsen going to hobble off to the sideline. So as one player comes back in Trenton Wiggins.
In the words of Tony Romo, you hope that one's just a cramp. And I think that one is. So that's good. He's out there getting that one rubbed out by the trainers on the sideline. So hopefully we'll see Paris back in there soon.
Logan Davis going to be in the pistol now. One receiver deep to his right. Davis hands it off. Gabe Miller right up the middle. Gabe Miller, nice carry. There is a flag. And the official signaled for holding there. Gabe Miller has had a couple of nice carries, though, tonight.
Gabe Miller has really stepped it up today, and we kind of talked about that. Who's going to step up and engage Todd's absence? Who's going to step up and really, drive the ball, really help them with those big power runs? And so far, we've seen that out of Miller today. 2 really solid runs, even if that one does get called back, that really, really have helped this team.
And it will be a holding penalty. They're going to walk him all the way back to the 45-yard line now. Davis in the pistol. A couple of receivers split out wide to either side. Davis gets a snap, keeps himself, tries to follow his blockers, cuts upfield, and he'll be wrapped up there by a Pride of Lions as he manages to pick up about 3 yards.
3 yards is probably a good gain on that one. It looked like Miller with a great block, popping out that defensive end, that contained man. And then Logan Davis just doing a smart play, just turning up and getting whatever yards out of it you can there.
That'll bring up 2nd and 15 now.
Warriors team still looking for that first victory with a 6-0 lead. They could really separate themselves here.
Davis in the pistol. Gets a snap. He looks right, throws right, and low pass, but caught by Troy Mount. Only picked up about 3 yards, but a nice effort there by Mount. Paris Alston does come back out on the field, so that's good to see. Troy Mount, the team's leading receiver so far here this season. That is his 6th catch of the season.
Yeah, we were discussing that before the game a little bit. Troy Mount has taken a step as a receiver this year. We saw him come on a little bit at the end of last year, so really cool to see him progress throughout this season.
Paris Alston in at quarterback. He's going to tuck. He's still looking to throw. A couple defenders all over him, and he looks for Troy Mount. Pass falls incomplete. That probably would have been a first down if Troy Mount had caught that and turned upfield. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
That maybe would have been a first down and then some there. That was a really good play by Paris Alston. One of those. Sometimes we see him do a little too much, and that looked like he finally just took a check down, had his guy wide open, and Troy Mount got a little excited. I think he started running before that one can finish the catch there.
So in to punt the ball away is Gavin Miller for the Warriors. As you mentioned, they have a 6-point lead here early in the ball game. 7:38 left to go here in the first half. Good. Miller's punt is away. There is a flag, so let's check that. A beautiful punt, and actually goes off the hands of Wismer. And there's a pile up near the goal line. I think Wismer jumped back on it, but let's check. And let's check the penalty as well. And it will be Newaygo ball inside their own 5-yard line, though, but let's still check that penalty.
A great punt.
Jared Wismer, the senior for the Lions, just lost focus there. It bounced right off his hands.
Still no signal. It looks like that penalty is going to be against the Warriors.
What the hell?
Which is unfortunate because, as you mentioned, that was a beautiful punt there by Gavin Miller, even regardless of the muff.
Looks like it's going to be an illegal formation call against the Warriors on that punt. So that is just devastating. It's another mental mistake that cost them. I mean, they almost had a ball starting at the 1-yard line for this Newaygo team, and now they're going to get a second chance at this punt.
Was a receiver off the line?
Literally every aspect of that last punt was beautiful. The snap was great. The punt was great. Obviously, you'll always take a muff.
The only
instead, it'll be a re-kick.
The only thing that could have went a little better is maybe they recover the muff punt. But
yeah.
Overall, just a great punt.
Gavin Miller looking for a repeat performance. Another beautiful snap. Another beautiful kick. Let's see. It'll take a nice bounce. And they'll be able to down it just outside the 5-yard line. So Gavin Miller said, you want me to do it again? I'll do it again. Ball spotted at the 6-yard line. A couple of great punts. We've talked about the Warriors special team struggling early in the season, but that was a nice display there by this team.
We haven't seen punts like that out of this Warriors team in a while, so that was really nice. And, maybe gave them 5 extra yards here, but, still inside their own 10 to start this drive. So really good field position for this defense here.
Recting will be in the pistol formation. Gets a snap, hands it off. Running around the right side is Wismer. No, that was actually Amari James. Another nice play there by James. He'll be close to the first down marker, picked up about 8 yards. Amari James has been a playmaker here tonight. He's only had a couple of plays, but they've been big ones for this Lions team.
That's someone we talked about a ton coming into this game, but in this game, just anytime they need a big play, that's where they seem to turn.
He's still in the backfield, and he'll get this carry. Brought down there, nice tackle. Jonathan Calabrese, among others. Craig Warnett in there as well. Nice play there. But James did pick up enough for the first down. Picked up just enough. Needed about 3 yards. Got 3.5.
Hey, yellow Parker. Why Parker's okay?
Becting in the pistol formation. As his team looks to answer, he throws quick right side. Oh! Pass too high through the hands there. Through the hands of actually Gavin Miller. Pass was way over the head there of his intended receiver, Brandon Badgerow.
Yeah, Gavin Miller just covering that slant. Almost didn't even have to move. That ball was almost thrown right to him, just a little too high. A really high pass there. Pretty uncatchable.
Very quick and very high from Brechting, excuse me. He's in the pistol, gets a snap, hands it off. James running up the middle, and James breaks through the first line of defense. Brought down there, but not until he picks up another first down there for the Lions.
Amari James up the middle, picks up the first down.
Amari James, only a junior here, so head coach Scott Van Essen must like what he sees, especially for the future here. But he's had a good game so far here tonight. He remains out there at running back. Brechting in the gun, gets a snap, hands it off. Amari James once again, and he gets brought down right at the line of scrimmage there. Nice tackle by Malachi Cushman. We haven't called his name too many times this season, but that was a good play there by the junior. Want to remind you, tonight's game is brought to you by Quality Car and Truck Repair, the area's only AAA service center, 228th Avenue, just west of 131 in Big Rapids. Also brought to you by Isabella Bank. Since 1903, Isabella Bank has been lending a hand in support of area schools, service, and civic organizations to make our communities a better place to live. Isabella Bank. Bank local. Bank anywhere. 2nd and 8 now for the Lions offense. Brechting gets a snap, hands it off. Amari James stumbles a little bit. Nice tackle there. Beautiful wrap-up play there. That was number 50, Colby Rose. We mentioned his name a lot this season, and that was a nice tackle there by the senior.
You just get to see what a beast he is on that play. I mean, just absolutely pulled the running back down. And it looked like the running back was probably going to score through for a couple more yards. He stopped him dead in his tracks. There was nowhere else to go there.
That'll bring up 3rd and 5 for Newaygo. Brechting gets a snap. He looks left, throws left. He finds his receiver as he picks up just enough for the first down there. Does Remy Wells. Paris Olsen in on coverage. He was a couple yards off, and that was just enough there for that slant pitch and catch.
Paris probably on a play like that, maybe a little bit more press coverage there just because that one, they've run those quick slants all game. The first time they've really connected with it, but that's what they've been looking to get. Nothing really too much downfield.
Brechting gets a snap. James once again up the middle. Nice tackle there, but James will be close to the first down marker. He'll be about a yard short, but a carry of 9 there on first down. Like you mentioned, I mean, Amari James, not someone we were told to prepare for here tonight, but he's having a good game.
I mean, we came into this game, we had our list of players to key on, and that just wasn't one of the main ones. And so far, he has been pretty much the majority of the offense for him today. So
he's going to get another carry here. He tried to make something happen. Does end up tripping right at the line of scrimmage, so that'll bring up 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, come on. Hey, watch the ball.
It looked like if he was able to make that spin maneuver, he might have broke it around the outside. Instead, he just falls down.
So close. It was just the footing just could not quite stay.
Brechting in the gun. Amari James to his right. Brechting gets a snap, fakes the handoff, keeps himself up the middle, and I believe the second effort there will get him just enough as he falls forward for the first down.
There was a couple of seconds in there where it looked like it might not make it. So that was a really good stand by this defensive line. Just that second effort by the quarterback, just pushing through that. You know, it's helpful for them being that tall and having that ability to just fall forward. So, you know, that was a really short 3rd and 1. So not the worst defensive play there.
It will be a first down for the Lions. Just over 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. Game is speeding by. Amari James gets a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. He gets the first down carry, and he swung down there. A tough tackle there. Carl Whipple.
Hey, alert backside.
And Amari James is slow to get up. He will stay out on the field. That was a huge tackle by Whipple.
I'm impressed by James, not the biggest back there, to stay in the game after that. Just suplex there by Carl Whipple. Showing some real toughness.
2nd and 10 now. Brechting looks right, throws right. He just miscommunicates with his receiver once again, looking for Brandon Badgerow. Pass will fall, incomplete, 3rd down.
The slants are open. They've been open all night, but Brechting is just really struggling connecting with his receivers. That one, again, low and into the ground. We've seen 2 low and into the ground on pretty easy 4 or 5 yard slants, and then one that went nearly 7 feet over the receiver's head. So he's just really struggling to find his rhythm right now. You wonder if it's the cold, if it's maybe the temperature. You know, it's a little crisper than it has been for some of these games.
Jared Wismer out on the field now for the Lions. This is the first play he's been in since the muffed punt earlier on. Senior back out there for the Lions on this 3rd and 10. High snap. Brechting tries to make something happen, throws across his body, and he finds a receiver there. Remy Wells all the way down inside the 10-yard line, and he'll get into the end zone. I believe that's a touchdown, and there's the signal. Touchdown, Newaygo.
What a play design. The throwback, a very risky play. It's a screen pass, essentially, but just to the opposite side of the field. So rolling to your right and then just turning around and hoisting one up against the grain, hoping that, you know, no defensive play makes a quick play, or player makes a quick play. And right there, it's just perfectly schemed up, perfect time to call it, and just a really, really good play.
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, Brechting rolled to the right. He was looking, it looked like, for another quick slant, because that's what that receiver ran. And instead, he throws across his body across the field. And nice job there by Remy Wells to outrun the defense into the end zone.
Definitely the most intricate little offensive wrinkle we've seen this Newaygo team run so far, and a really well-designed play. So that was just a really impressive play design from this team.
And the Lions are going to take a quick timeout. We're going to keep it right here as I remind.
Home is where the heart is. Since 1903, we've called the heart of Michigan our home. When you bank with us, your money stays right here, invested back into the communities where we work, play, and live, promoting economic growth and community service. At Isabella Bank, we care about our community because this is our home too. Isabella Bank. Bank local, bank anywhere. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
So I do apologize to the Facebook Live at home. There's the setup in this booth is just not quite ideal for camera work. So
you're doing great.
Doing what we can, but hopefully you still got a decent view of the game at home.
So the Lions are going to go for the extra point here. It's up. It's a high kick there by Pedro Torres, and it goes through. So score 7-6 here as the Lions take their first lead of the night over the Chippewa Hills Warriors. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. You're listening to Chippewa Hills Warrior Football on WYBR Y102 Big Rapids, broadcasting live from the Isabella Bank Sports Studios.
The end of the season clearance sale is going on now at Lakeside Motorsports and Nelson Speed Shop. You get clearance sale pricing on all pontoons, tri-toons, sport boat, and fishing boats left in stock. Buy your new boat now and save thousands. You get the best price of the year. Buy your new boat now and get free winterization and storage. Every major brand, every boat left in stock is priced to sell now during the end of season clearance sale at Lakeside Motorsports and Nelson Speed Shop.
Center. 3 backs behind him in that wing T formation. Davis turns around, hands off. Paris Alston looking to pass. Paris Alston throws deep, and he finds his receiver. Paris Alston finds Parker Thompson over the 30-yard line. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line now of the Lions.
And a little fun there for the Warriors, a little trickeration. The handoff to Paris Alston. Paris Alston turns up, shows he's got that arm. We've seen it earlier today. We've seen it throughout the season. And then just hits a really nice deep ball in stride to Parker Thompson.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Logan Davis under center, turns around, hands it off. And I believe that was Gabe Miller on that carry. Not much going there. Only picked up a yard or two.
That's the first time we've seen Gabe Miller's legs get stopped. You know, they wrapped him right up, and he could not drive those legs, and that's how you see him go down.
Davis tries to get the defense jump, and they'll actually give him the penalty there. That'll be a free 5 yards for the Warriors.
I agree with Ryan. I think they had to be on us.
As the officials
That was on us? Yeah.
talk it
There
over.
wasn't enough movement out of them. Jeez.
And they're actually going to call a false start penalty instead on the Warriors.
So the Warriors get themselves a little bit, but we've seen Logan Davis is very good at that, so that's not even really a questionable call at that point. You just think he's going to be able to get it there.
2nd and 13 now, 1:39 left to go in the first half. Davis in the gun. High snap, fakes a handoff, keeps it himself, running around the right side. That's Paris Olsen, actually. Paris Olsen breaks one tackle. Paris Olsen into the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors. Paris Olsen gets his 4th rushing touchdown of the season.
That brings us to 12-7. The Warriors get their lead back. I mean, a minute after they lose their lead, they decide they want it right back, and we get to see the firepower of this offense. So we saw that beautiful, I mean, a really good drive, only 2 or 3 plays. That deep ball there from Paris Alston to Parker Thompson sets him up. Then they have the penalty, but then right there, Paris Alston back in at quarterback for 1 play, and he takes it to the house.
Look how good that was.
And they're going to go for 2 here, try and make it a 7-point ball game. Davis under center.
Look how good
Gets
that
snapped,
was.
turns around, hands it off. Paris Alston looking to throw across his body, finds Logan Davis, breaks a couple tackles. Logan Davis is going to have to fight for it. I believe he'll be about a yard short. They were trying to get creative on that 2-point conversion, but not enough.
So another sort of little halfback pass by Paris Alston. Almost a little too much going on there at the 2-yard line. Well, not enough space for that play to develop, but a really interesting play. It's almost a wrinkle of what we saw from Newaygo on their last play, the little throwback. This is just a little bit different because you're having your quarterback as the receiver here.
So we're going to keep it right here as both teams get set for the kickoff. As I remind you to stick around, in just under a minute and a half, we will have the Chippewa Hills School District halftime report. We'll look over all the happenings from the first half as we have a 12-7 ball game here. Chippewa Hills leads the Newaygo Lions 12-7 as the Warriors look to get their first win of the season. Big Carl Whipple out there for the kickoff for the Warriors. .128 left to go. Carl Whipple's kick is deep and actually bounces off the Lions returner at the 10-yard line, and Amari James will get brought down near the 35-yard line, about the 32-yard line. Amari James had enough time to pick that one up off the turf after it bounced off his leg, and a nice little return there once again by James. So ball spotted at the 32-yard line now for the Lions.
It'll be interesting to see if this Lions offense opens up and throws the ball a little bit more. Brechting really just hasn't been on rhythm at all throughout the game.
And they will throw on this first down carry. He finds Amari James, who breaks one tackle, and he gets brought down. Nice tackle there by Gavin Miller.
I mean, Gavin Miller's had himself a game so far. Whether it be punching the ball, making tackles at that DB, I mean, just really has made his name known today. And right there is another great tackle.
The Lions will take their second timeout of the first half. We're going to keep it right here. As I remind you, tonight's game is brought to you by Gingrich Tire. Are you weather ready? Stop in Gingrich Tire in downtown Remus or visit online at gingrichtire.com today. Also brought to you by Mercantile Bank. Home, community, partnering with our neighbors and local businesses. Mercantile gets it. Member FDIC. So ball game currently sits at 12-7 as the Warriors lead the Newaygo Lions. As you mentioned, the Lions had a lead for about a minute, and then the Warriors answered right back on a nice offensive drive. Only consisted of 4-ish plays, but it was a nice offensive drive by the Warriors.
It was really impressive. You saw Paris Alston. I mean, you got to see a little bit more creativity. You get to see that little throwback pass, even on that 2-point conversion, was an interesting play. Just didn't quite work out. I mean, Logan Davis danced the best he could, tried to get his way in there, made it a lot closer than it probably should have been. But you just got to see a little bit more creativity on the offensive side.
Brechting in the gun. He's going to roll to his right, and he's going to throw right low and incomplete. He was looking there for Badgerow, but the pass falls incomplete. That'll bring up third and short.
Not sure whose man that was there, but wide open. Luckily, like we've talked about it, Brechting is just not in rhythm, not feeling great. I mean, last week he had 4 passing touchdowns, and this week he's short hopping nearly every throw.
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, it is chilly. It's 42 degrees out there tonight. We have a frost advisory for tonight, plus a little breezy here, so it's certainly chilly.
I mean, it's cold for me up in the booth, and I'm wearing coats and sweatshirts, so I wonder out there how it's feeling.
Brechting gets a snap, looks left, throws left. He finds his man, Wells, and Wells gets brought down, wrapped up there by Gavin Miller once again. Another nice tackle, but not until the Lions pick up the first down.
Gavin Miller just does a really good job keeping everything in front of him on that defensive side of the ball.
Ball spotted right at midfield. Brechting gets a snap. He is rolling right. He's going to throw right, and he finds his receiver there, Badgerow. And he'll be close to the first down marker. They'll say he actually was tackled inbound, so the clock will continue to run. He was about a yard short now. 2nd and 1. 30 seconds left to go here in the first half. Lions have 1 timeout remaining. They're going to hurry back to the line. 25 seconds now. Brechting gets a snap. He rolls left. He's looking to throw over the middle. He finds his man, Amari James, right at the 20-yard line. James gets brought down there by Paris Alston. And I believe the Lions are going to call their final timeout here of the first half, and they will. We're going to take a quick timeout as well. We'll take a quick 30-second break.
This just out, the average age of a vehicle on the road today is just over 11 years. That's impressive because it takes regular maintenance and solid repair work to keep a vehicle running well that long. At Quality Car and Truck Repair, that's what we do. We keep vehicles running their best for as long as possible. We're still changing oil, performing regular maintenance, and doing repairs on vehicles much older than that. Keep your vehicle in shape. Call Quality Car and Truck Repair, 220th Avenue and Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
So Amari James had picked up the first down, but instead it will be spotted at the 45-yard line, as I mentioned. 2nd and 5, I believe.
Just got to keep an eye on Amari here. He's been their biggest option on that offensive side. I don't know if I see him on the field right now. Looks like he's in the slot.
They're going to say the clock is running. Brechting gets a snap, looks left, throws left. He finds his man, Wells, once again. Wells will pick up the first down. I'm not sure if they say that Newaygo did not, then they are. They are saying Newaygo just now took their final timeout, so.
Okay, so due to the penalty, they didn't count that one. Worked as a timeout, essentially. But so now only 7 seconds left. Hail Mary here, something of that sort.
You think with 7 seconds left, do you think there's enough time to get a quick out and just pick up a couple of yards?
If for what it's worth at this point, Brechting has just been struggling throwing 2 exact spots. So if you're planning a 5-yard out, you got to have it out in 3 seconds. His timing has been off all game. I don't know if that's really your best bet. I might just roll him out and let one go. Just get all your weapons down there because, like we said, he just really hasn't been on.
So is that your play call here? Just
I think
as many bodies in the end zone as you can?
Yeah, I mean, 7 seconds left, ball at the 35. There's no point in punting it away, obviously. There's no point in attempting a field goal, especially at the high school level. You might as well just take something, at least give it an effort, and then just make sure there's no huge return.
1st and 10 now. As you mentioned, ball spotted at the 35-yard line. 7 seconds left to go. Potentially the final play here of the first half. Score 12-7. The Warriors lead the Newaygo Lions. Brechting in the gun. Gets a snap. He looks right, looks left, throws left, and he throws deep, looking for his receiver. Intercepted there by Gavin Miller. And that will end the half. I thought there might have been a second left there for Gavin Miller, but they will go to halftime instead. The Chippewa Hills Warriors lead 12-7 over the Newaygo Lions as we head into halftime.
Home is where the heart is. Since 1903, we've called the heart of Michigan our home. When you bank with us, your money stays right here, invested back into the communities where we work, play, and live, promoting economic growth and community service. At Isabella Bank, we care about our community because this is our home too. Isabella Bank. Bank local, bank anywhere. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Go the extra mile with Bader & Sons Company and the unstoppable John Deere Gator XUV 835. When other utility vehicles take a rain check, we help you take the wheel and enjoy the thrill of the ride. With factory-installed 3-wide seating, heating, and AC, the XUV 835 is our coolest, most comfortable Gator yet. Isn't it time you took a John Deere Gator for a test drive? To learn more, go to greentractors.com. From Southeast Michigan to the bridge, let the experts at Bader & Sons Company show you why we are outstanding in our field.
The end of the season clearance sale is going on now at Lakeside Motorsports and Nelson Speed Shop. You get clearance sale pricing on all pontoons, tri-toons, sport boat, and fishing boats left in stock. Buy your new boat now and save thousands. You get the best price of the year. Buy your new boat now and get free winterization and storage. Every major brand, every boat left in stock is priced to sell now during the end of season clearance sale at Lakeside Motorsports and Nelson Speed Shop.
Gingrich Tire Center reminds drivers now is the time to make sure your tires are ready for the winter driving season. Test your tread depth in a few different spots to see if they're wearing evenly. Make sure that they're properly inflated, and the best thing you can do is get your new snow tires now. Get your car winter ready from Gingrich Tire Center of Remus, your one-stop, on-the-spot auto service station with a complete line of quality tires and auto services. At Gingrich Tire Center, they never tire of tires.
My name is Kyle Taliska. I'm the principal at Mecosta Elementary School in the Chippewa Hill School District. My Ability is an integrated behavior and reading model where we improve behavior by teaching explicit skills and then in turn increase our instructional time so that we can impact reading and make it better across the board. The more time on task we can have for all students, the better outcomes educationally. And that gives our teachers the chance to do what they're so gifted at doing as far as educating and getting the best outcomes from our students. For more information, visit chsd.us.
They say lightning doesn't strike twice, but they were wrong.
I can't believe my car's struck by lightning twice. Now it doesn't start again.
Thankfully, the NEPA-certified techs at Johnson's Automotive in Big Rapids can fix electrical systems and starters, so our hero can get back on the road quickly.
Wow, it's almost like a total recall. Thankfully, I don't have to be a running man anymore.
Johnson's Automotive, fixing all foreign and domestic vehicles. Northland Drive, just south of the airport, Big Rapids.
We're a mercantile bank, and we get what banking should be. More importantly, we get you. We get that you have a life, priorities, and hometown pride. We get that you have things that make you tick and things that tick you off. We get what you want and need from your bank. That's why we promise to think, act, and talk like real people who also have a life and share your priorities and hometown pride. Mercantile gets it. Member FDIC.
It's just out. The average age of a vehicle on the road today is just over 11 years. That's impressive because it takes regular maintenance and solid repair work to keep a vehicle running well that long. At Quality Car and Truck Repair, that's what we do. We keep vehicles running their best for as long as possible. We're still changing oil, performing regular maintenance, and doing repairs on vehicles much older than that. Keep your vehicle in shape. Call Quality Car and Truck Repair, 220th Avenue and Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
Go the extra mile with Bader & Sons Company and the unstoppable John Deere Gator XUV 835. When other utility vehicles take a rain check, we help you take the wheel and enjoy the thrill of the ride. With factory-installed 3-wide seating, heating, and AC, the XUV 835 is our coolest, most comfortable Gator yet. Isn't it time you took a John Deere Gator for a test drive? To learn more, go to greentractors.com. From Southeast Michigan to the bridge, let the experts at Bader & Sons Company show you why we are outstanding in our field.
Home is where the heart is. Since 1903, we've called the heart of Michigan our home. When you bank with us, your money stays right here, invested back into the communities where we work, play, and live, promoting economic growth and community service. At Isabella Bank, we care about our community because this is our home too. Isabella Bank. Bank local, bank anywhere. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The end of the season clearance sale is going on now at Lakeside Motorsports and Nelson Speed Shop. You get clearance sale pricing on all pontoons, tri-toons, sport boat, and fishing boats left in stock. Buy your new boat now and save thousands. You get the best price of the year. Buy your new boat now and get free winterization and storage. Every major brand, every boat left in stock is priced to sell now during the end of season clearance sale at Lakeside Motorsports and Nelson Speed Shop.
We're a mercantile bank, and we get what banking should be. More importantly, we get you. We get that you have a life, priorities, and hometown pride. We get that you have things that make you tick and things that tick you off. We get what you want and need from your bank. That's why we promise to think, act, and talk like real people who also have a life and share your priorities and hometown pride. Mercantile gets it. Member FDIC.
My name is Kyle Taliska. I'm the principal at Mecosta Elementary School in the Chippewa Hill School District. My Ability is an integrated behavior and reading model where we improve behavior by teaching explicit skills and then in turn increase our instructional time so that we can impact reading and make it better across the board. The more time on task we can have for all students, the better outcomes educationally. And that gives our teachers the chance to do what they are so gifted at doing as far as educating and getting the best outcomes from our students. For more information, visit chsd.us.
Gingrich Tire Center reminds drivers now is the time to make sure your tires are ready for the winter driving season. Test your tread depth in a few different spots to see if they're wearing evenly. Make sure that they're properly inflated, and the best thing you can do is get your new snow tires now. Get your car winter ready from Gingrich Tire Center of Remus, your one-stop, on-the-spot auto service station with a complete line of quality tires and auto services. At Gingrich Tire Center, they never tire of tires.
The second half off. Basti and I mentioned just before the break some potential second half keys for both teams, really, but we'll start with the Warriors offensively. What are some keys that you're looking for here for the second half for the Warriors?
For the Warriors on offense?
Yes, for the offense.
All right, so for the offensive side of the ball for this Warriors team, I look for them to just continue switching it up. Just continue. I mean, we've talked to them a little bit. We always thought it was a little strange. They're very multiple on offense. They run a wing tee. They run a pretty open spread at times when Paris Alston's out there. They run a lot of different variations. So I want to see them continue to do that. Keep this Newaygo defense on their heels because they really haven't been able to handle them in any facet on the defensive end of the ball for the Newaygo team. So what I would say is just continue doing that, but also don't stray away from the run because so far the run defense for this Newaygo team is just non-existent. I mean, we've seen Gabe Miller run out for some 40-yard runs. We've seen Paris Alston break some. We've seen Logan Davis on some end arounds. So I think you got it. Chad Sheldon, don't want to forget Mr. First Down with a touchdown today. Don't want to forget that one. So that was really, like they have a lot of options running the football today. And I think that there's just not many options for stopping them running the football today. So I think this would be a game if Gage Todd was here. He would not stop touching the football.
Sure.
They would just keep sending him up the middle. So that'll be interesting to see. That's probably my key on the offensive side. Maybe look to hit one more deep ball because we've seen them be vulnerable to that. Maybe look for Logan Davis or Paris Alston or just continue. Parker Thompson even has shown an ability to get behind the defense. Mm-hmm. So just continue with that. Those deep balls, maybe one more of those puts them away.
What about defensively? I mean, obviously the Warriors have been doing well defensively. Only gave up one touchdown in the first half. But what do they either need to continue to do or what do they need to adjust a little bit here as we head towards the second half?
Yeah, for sure. I think one big thing to continue to do is just keep that defensive line winning battles up front. They've lost a few here and there. I think they've just got to – there's been one player in the first side for Newaygo that's been dangerous, and that's
Amari James.
Amari James has just been dangerous. And so continue keying on Amari James, but don't get too sucked into that. And then look for these passes because I really think in this second half, they realize their offense isn't running the ball the way they want. Maybe they're going to start looking for a few more passes, and they have been open. It's not like the defense has played well, but it's not like these passes have been face guarded to where there's nowhere to throw it. No, they've been open on these slants. They just missed the slants.
Yeah.
So if they start hitting the slants, that's a little concerning because we saw that last week. This Warriors defense really, really getting cut up by a lot of short little 5-10 yard routes.
Yeah.
So I think that's interesting to see if maybe they play a little more press coverage. Maybe they get a little closer instead of get a little less worried about getting beat deep, because really they haven't been beat deep too much this season. So I think that's maybe something they could do here. But on the defensive side, I think it really just comes down to that defensive line.
Yeah.
When you've got players like Colby Rose, Carl Whipple in there just devastating, wreaking havoc. I mean, we've seen some tackles. We were talking about it in the break from Colby Rose today that, I mean, they hurt me up here.
Yeah. Especially with the temperature.
The cold, and I mean, it is chilly, and there's a wind chill too, so it's even chillier feeling than that. And then to get thrown to the ground by a player like Colby Rose, just not a very comfortable position to be put in. So I think that defensive line is going to be the key to this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Anytime the big guys can get some respect, I absolutely love it. And they've been playing well here this season and tonight as well. I mean, Carl Whipple, one of the leading tacklers on this team, he really plays like a nose tackle position right in the middle of the defensive line. He has 31 tackles on the year. He's been having an incredible season.
And don't forget how valuable he is kicking the football off.
Absolutely.
That's usually what I have my big defensive lineman doing, is also booting the ball. And he's been good at it too. So that's something that I was almost surprised they didn't pull him in for an extra point at one point today. Just have him kick. They went for 2 both times. But normally he's pretty consistent with his extra points. So
like a certain boy named Sue from the Lions a few years ago.
Yes, exactly. You get that big man in there kicking those extra points. What a classic reference there.
Thank
John
you.
and Sue with the extra point. Or was it a field goal? I think it was
a field goal.
Was it a field goal? I just remember, he toe bombed it.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
All right, and that is the end of the Chippewa Hills School District halftime report, as well as we've been broadcasting live from the Y102 Isabella Bank Sports Studios. And the Warriors nearly jumped on that ball on the kickoff. Bank local, bank anywhere, Isabella Bank, member FDIC. And the Warriors nearly jumped on that kickoff. Instead, the Lions will get good starting field position.
A nice little surprise there off the first kickoff there. Almost getting that ball back. That would have been a huge play for the Warriors. Now ball starting right at midfield. Not the biggest concern this far, because so far this Newaygo offense hasn't been able to string together super long drives outside of a couple of huge big plays.
Well, you mentioned it. They have the scoring drive, and then the turnover that they got. They had a couple of big plays, but then they ended up having to punt the ball away. So they've had some big plays, but not a lot of sustained success so far here tonight. Brechting in the gun. He gets a snap, hands it off. Wismer running around the right side, brought down right at the line of scrimmage. A group of Warriors in there on the tackle. Colby Rose among them.
They don't have it. Wismer a little slow getting up. Looks like a lower body, maybe an ankle. Hate to speculate, but it looks like Wismer is calling himself off the field.
No, he's actually saying, Amari James head back to the sideline. I'm staying out here. This is senior night.
He said, this is my game.
Rub some dirt on it. I'm staying out of here, coach. 2nd and 7 now. Wismer is still out on the field in the running back position. He gets this handoff and a nice carry right at the line of scrimmage. He's met. Nice tackle there, I should say, by Gabe Miller. As Wismer picks up 2 yards or so, that'll bring up 3rd and 6.
So maybe they would have rather had Amari James in there on that run. Wismer is still a little banged up on that one. Couldn't quite get the acceleration that we've seen out of him today.
Yeah, he's still limping on the sideline. Looks like he still wants to be in there, but he is limping pretty heavily. Hopefully we see him again here tonight. Amari James gets this 3rd down carry. He's met behind the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle there by Colby Rose. A flag comes in late.
That flag, I believe, is going to be in the backfield there on a hole, but we will have to keep an eye on that one.
Colby Rose leads this team in tackles for loss. He had 3 coming into this ball game. He's had at least 1 here tonight, and that was another one pending the penalty.
This crew tonight has had their fair share of calls to make, so make sure they get it. And it looks like they may be waving this flag off.
And I think they are. Head coach Van Essel for the Lions wants a face mask, but I think they're just going to pick up the flag.
So we are back here, 4th and 6. We've seen a couple pooch punts out of this formation so far this year, or so far today, so we'll see if they continue that.
Paris Olsen back deep to receive just in case. Brechting tries to get the defense to jump. He'll take a couple steps back. Here's the punt. High and away, fielded by Paris Olsen, who doesn't call for the fair catch. Spins through the first tackle. Flag comes in. Paris Olsen finds the right side, tries to stiff arm a defender, and he gets brought down there by Remy Wells along the sideline.
And that was my apologies to anyone on the Facebook Live. I did not follow that play particularly well because I thought Paris Olsen was about to call a fair catch on that one, and then he danced out of a tackle and made something happen, but it looks like there is a flag, so we'll probably be having it come back. Another special teams return with another. I mean, Paris Olsen probably has almost 200 all-purpose yards or return yards today, and maybe one return that actually counted. So,
Isaiah, take this real fast.
The flag is at the 24-yard line. I believe they're going to call a block in the back here on the Warriors. So wipe that nice return off for Paris Olsen. Warriors will still take over offensively, but not quite as good field position.
They had a nice little starting field position after that return, but it looks like now they will be starting a lot closer to their, probably inside their own 20, inside their own 10.
Yeah, ball spotted right at the 10-yard line.
So that's an unfortunate starting field position here. But look at the silver lining here. It gives them a lot of time to keep running the ball, grind this clock down.
They do support a 12-7 lead here.
And we have talked this Warriors offense sometimes struggles if they are far behind in a game, but when they are ahead in the game, they get a chance to grind down the clock. That is where they really, really succeed.
Logan Davis under center, 3 backs behind him in that wing T formation. And Davis gets a snap, turns around, hands off. Paris Olsen right up the middle. Paris Olsen gets brought down. Nice carry there by Paris Olsen, brought down by Wells. But not until he gets to the 20-yard line. 21-yard line, or 26-yard line, excuse me. Nice carry there by Paris Olsen.
Right up the middle, just not really much. Paris Olsen more of an outside the tackles runner generally, but he is also very good when he gets through the inside gap.
Logan Davis under center, turns around, hands it off right up the middle. Not much going there. Picked up a yard or two there. That was Chad Sheldon on that carry. 2nd and 7 now. Want to remind you, tonight's game is brought to you by Lakeside Motorsports, name brand boats, Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, Indian motorcycles, Polaris and Can-Am snowmobiles, and off-road. Find it all at Lakeside, lakesidemotorsports.net.
Look at that.
In this 2nd and 7 now, Davis hands it off right up the middle. Once again is Gabe Miller, I believe, as he fights down to the 40-yard line. Gabe Miller's having himself a ball game here tonight.
I mean, this defensive line and this linebacking core can just not keep up with this rushing game for the Warriors so far.
It's probably the best team rushing game we've seen so far here by the Warriors this season.
I mean, just anyone who's running the ball is just getting their yards.
Davis under center. Ball spotted right at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Davis turns around, hands it off. Paris Olsen tries to make a couple dance moves, and he picks up about 3 yards on that first down carry. And Trenton Wiggins comes into the ball game. I want to mention that anytime we get to see him here, as it is good to see Wiggins back out there for his senior season.
Paris Olsen got rolled up on a little bit at the end of that run, trying to fight for a few more yards.
Not putting a ton of weight on the left leg, it looks like, and they stretched him out for a cramp earlier. So hopefully, as you said in the words of Tony Romo, hopefully just a cramp.
That's a player that's been banged up consistently this year, so really hoping he can get back out there tonight.
Davis turns around, hands it off. Trenton Wiggins gets back to the line of scrimmage. No, that was Gabe Miller, excuse me. And not much more. That'll bring up 3rd and 5. Already 2 minutes off the clock here on this offensive drive. 8 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter.
3rd down, 3rd and 5.
As Davis gives the call to his backs behind him. Goes back under center. Gets a snap. Turns around, fakes a handoff, keeps it himself. Rolling right, trying to follow his blockers. Stays in bounds, so the ball is running, and Davis picks up the first down. A great effort there by Logan Davis, and he gets up, and he is excited for that one.
One of the best runs we've seen out of Logan Davis this year. Maybe not his biggest or anything, but the way he He just held behind his blockers, continued to wait for a little hole, and then found a way to get that first down when it looked like he would not be getting there.
I said he stayed in bounds to keep the clock running. Well, he actually stayed in bounds and picked up the first down, kept the play alive. As Paris Alston does come back out onto the field. Ball spotted at the 49-yard line of the Lions, just over midfield, 1st and 10. Davis under center. 7:20 left to go here in the third quarter. Davis turns around, and he gets brought down. No, he hands it off, actually. Gabe Miller, another big run. One forward of Linda. Gabe Miller is having an incredible ball game here tonight. All the way down to the 19-yard line there for Gabe Miller. And this crowd is excited for that one.
Everyone's here for this Gabe Miller breakout game. I mean, just bulldozing people down the sideline there. I don't know. Was down on the ground after that play, but it looked like he was just tying his shoe, so that's fortunate.
I think he was actually tackled by a lineman behind the line of scrimmage, so maybe he just tripped on a shoelace. But Gabe Miller, what a great game he's having. Davis turns around, hands it off right up the middle there for Trenton Wiggins, who picks up about 3 yards on that first down carry. Gabe Miller, as I mentioned, came into this ballgame with 80 rushing yards. You got to imagine he surpassed that here tonight.
He's probably doubled that almost. He has had a game tonight. So what's really impressive on that play, too, we didn't talk about it too much, but Logan Davis to even get that handoff to the hands of a running back is impressive.
On that second down carry, Davis turns around, hands it off to Paris Alston, who just slips. As soon as he gets back through the line of scrimmage, that'll bring up 3rd and 8. 6 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. This drive, as you mentioned, wasted a ton of time. About 4 minutes have gone off the clock here on this drive. 3rd and 8 now. Davis under center. Turns around, hands it off. Paris Alston running around the left side, following his blockers. Paris Alston cuts upfield, breaks one tackle. Paris Alston near the goal line, and he's about a yard short. Paris Alston did his best Gabe Miller impression as he found contact right at the end zone.
And my goodness, I mean, Paris Alston he's not the smallest running back, but he's not the biggest man. And he is just such a hard runner for, normally you get the speed or you get the...
5:30 left to go now. Ball spotted right on the 1 yard line. Logan Davis under center, looking to extend the lead for his team. Logan Davis fakes it, keeps it himself. He dives for the end zone, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors! Logan Davis picks up his 3rd rushing touchdown here of the season. So score now 18-7, 5:22 left to go here in the third quarter as Logan Davis gets his first touchdown of the night.
It's nice not fumbling the damn ball sometimes.
Gavin Miller in for the extra point.
We talked about it. We harped and nailed and hit that gap.
The kick is up, and it is good. So score now 19-7. The Warriors have a 12-point lead over the Lions. We're going to take a quick 30-second break.
This just out, the average age of a vehicle on the road today is just over 11 years. That's impressive because it takes regular maintenance and solid repair work to keep a vehicle running well that long. At Quality Car and Truck Repair, that's what we do. We keep vehicles running their best for as long as possible. We're still changing oil, performing regular maintenance, and doing repairs on vehicles much older than that. Keep your vehicle in shape. Call Quality Car and Truck Repair, 220th Avenue and Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
Go the extra mile with Bader & Sons Company and the unstoppable John Deere Gator XUV 835. When other utility vehicles take a rain check, we help you take the wheel and enjoy the thrill of the ride. With factory-installed 3-wide seating, heating, and AC, the XUV 835 is our coolest, most comfortable Gator yet. Isn't it time you took a John Deere Gator for a test drive? To learn more, go to greentractors.com. From Southeast Michigan to the bridge, let the experts at Bader & Sons Company show you why we are outstanding in our field.
School as the Chippewa Hills Warriors lead the Newaygo Lions 26-7. Lions get the ball back on offense, but can they stop the bleeding? I mentioned earlier, I mean, it's so loud here for the Warriors, it feels like a home game here
It really is getting loud. I think this Warriors crowd is just excited to see some points be put on the board and not see any turnovers. I mean, we talked about it before the game. That's a big deal. And we've seen the one turnover on the interception, but that was kind of just a really impressive play on the defensive side. So far, it's just no real big mistakes. See if the Warriors can keep that up.
Ball spotted at the Lions' 37-yard line. Brechting gets a snap right over the middle. He finds his receiver, who makes one man miss, and he gets bucked down all the way to the 25-yard line. Great catch and run there. Ed Hammond, the sophomore, on the big-time catch.
So Parker Thompson a little bit caught up there, gets crossed up a little bit, but they do find a way to make that tackle. So that's their biggest play of the half here.
Might be their biggest play of the game for the Lions.
Ball now at about the 27-yard line.
How's Parker at?
Brechting in the gun. One back to his right. He's trying to get his team back into it. Amari James right up the middle, and Amari James will walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. And just like that, Newaygo answers back.
So now, Newaygo in just a couple plays making a huge drive.
Score now 26-13, pending the extra point.
I mean, we've talked about it a little bit that Amari James has been the secret weapon for this team, and right there again.
Just a huge momentum shift yet again. As Pedro Torres is out there for the extra point, it's up. And it's good, so all of a sudden an offensive explosion here in the third quarter. We're going to...
Home is where the heart is. Since 1903, we've called the heart of Michigan our home. When you bank with us, your money stays right here, invested back into the communities where we work, play, and live, promoting economic growth and community service. At Isabella Bank, we care about our community because this is our home too. Isabella Bank. Bank local, bank anywhere. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Gingrich Tire Center reminds drivers.
Last time we saw it go out of bounds, I believe the Warriors came in and scored a touchdown on that drive.
Parker's 16 yards off the ball.
And on that drive as well, they two offensive drives ago, I believe, they took a ton of time off the clock.
Absolutely.
So you got to imagine they're looking to do the same thing here now. 4:10 left to go here in the third quarter.
I think that, there's that dangerous game you play of running out the clock versus scoring points, and I think they still need one more score here.
Logan Davis will be under center at quarterback, 3 backs behind him. His team leads 26-14.
On that run.
Logan Davis gets a snap, keeps it himself, trying to follow some blockers, and he will get brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Hard tackle there by Aiden Culver.
For what it's worth, this might be the perfect time to unleash maybe a little play action pass to Paris Alston or somebody here, because this defensive front 8, front 7 are right up on the line because they're just expecting a run right through the C-gap here.
Logan Davis gets the call from the sideline. 3:40 left to go here in the third quarter.
The 4's creeping in. Watch 4 here.
He's under center.
Yeah.
Turns around, fakes a handoff, and he will throw a play action pass. Pass falls incomplete, and a flag comes in as well. He was looking for Parker Thompson. That does fall incomplete.
Couldn't quite connect on that pass, but it looked like it was there. You saw a little bit of that play action. I mean, when the linebackers are creeping up the way they are against it, when you have a run game like the Warriors have had tonight, and against a run defense like this Newaygo run defense, they're going to have to creep and cheat a little bit, and that's what we're starting to see. So you wonder if maybe a big play action pass is coming. So you continue to keep an eye on that as this goes. Now, a little bit behind the chains here after this penalty.
Yeah, they're going to mark the ball at the 24-yard line. So 2nd and 16, let's say. 2nd and 21, excuse me. 3:26 left to go as the Warriors look to simultaneously run out the clock and maybe add one more score, as you mentioned. Paris Alston in at quarterback. He gets a snap, looks right, takes it himself right up the middle, runs into a blocker, and he throws the pass away. And another dangerous play. It does fall incomplete, but man, that is not a play that you'd advise Paris Alston to try and make.
A little dangerous, but he had a receiver by himself that had the play. He just threw it short. I mean, smarter than taking a sack there. He just threw it away. There's nobody. If there was a defender within 5 yards, it would have been a little scary.
I don't know if I agree with you there. Paris Alston was in the grasp of a defender. I'd say take the sack, keep the clock running. Either way, it'll be 3rd and 21. Want to remind you, tonight's game is brought to you by Chippewa Hills School District. Are you ready to become a Warrior? Just visit chsd.us for more. Davis is back out at quarterback. He's under center. Paris Alston back to the sideline.
You watch.
Davis turns around, hands it off right up the middle. Trenton Wiggins making a couple defenders miss and tries to find some contact. And a nice run there by Trenton Wiggins. He'll get close to the original line of scrimmage, but it won't be enough. 4th and 11 now for the Warriors.
A little scary there. Trenton Wiggins holding the ball out. It looks like it might get knocked out there for a second, but then before he made contact, he tucked it back in.
And the Warriors are going to punt this ball away. Just under 2 minutes on that offensive drive went off the clock. 2:30 left now in the third quarter. Gavin Miller out to punt. He had a couple of beauties in the first half. And his punt is high and deep. Another gorgeous punt. And it'll take a nice Warrior bounce. Touchdown at the 33-yard line. So that's where the Lions offense will take over. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. You're listening to Chippewa Hills Warrior Football on WYBR.
Kyle Taliska. I'm the principal at Mecosta Elementary School in the Chippewa Hills School District. My Blissy is an integrated behavior and reading model where we improve behavior by teaching explicit skills and then in turn increase our instructional time so that we can impact reading and make it better across the board. The more time on task we can have for all students, the better outcomes educationally. And that gives our teachers the chance to do what they're so gifted at doing as far as educating and getting the best outcomes from our students. For more information, visit chsd.us.
Man, right at the end of that first down play as Brechting finds Hammond for the first down. He'll get close to midfield. A nice catch and run there. Brechting rolled to his right and found Hammond, and they'll spot him down at the 48-yard line of the Lions. 2 minutes left now here in the third quarter. Brechting gets a call from the sideline.
No, I don't either.
He comes out in the gun, one back to his right. He will hand it off. Wismar right up the middle. Not much going. He'll get to the 50, but not much more. Pick up 2 yards on that first down carry.
So this Newaygo offense continues to stick with Wismer a little bit, but we have seen the best option has been Amari James all game. So you wonder if maybe coming into this fourth quarter, if maybe they'll ride the hot hand or continue with the senior.
1:20 left now as Wismer stays out on the field and Amari James stays on the sideline. 2nd and 8 now. 1:10 left to go in the third quarter. Breckton gets a snap, looks left, throws left. He finds his man, Wells. Wells breaks one tackle, going to have to outrun the defense, and he will get dragged into the end zone.
That was just a
Touchdown, Lions.
Gavin.
Remy Wells gets his second receiving touchdown here of the ball game.
Taking a good pursuit angle.
And all of a sudden, all the momentum is right back with Newaygo.
Somehow it feels like Newaygo's back in the lead, but it's still a 6-point lead for this Warriors team right now, pending this extra point.
We've harped on Amari James here for the Lions tonight, but Remy Wells, he hasn't had many opportunities, but he's made the most of them.
He's okay.
We talked about it a little at halftime, those slants they've been getting beat on, and right there you saw it. You know, Gavin Miller just could not quite get there.
Pedro Torres' extra point is up and good, so it will be a 5-point ball game. 26-21 is the Warriors' lead. We're going to keep it right here. As I remind you, tonight's game is
We're a mercantile bank, and we get what banking should be. More importantly, we get you. We get that you have a life, priorities, and hometown pride. We get that you have things that make you tick and things that tick you off. We get what you want and need from your bank. That's why we promise to think, act, and talk like real people who also have a life.
They looked for it a couple of plays. One main play on their previous offensive drive, they looked for it for Parker Thompson, but it fell incomplete. As the kick is up and away, headed towards the sideline once again, and it will bounce out of bounds. Warriors going to have nice starting field position once again.
So for the third time, we'll get a little drive starting at the 35 on a penalty. I mean, maybe we won't get a kickoff penalty today. Who knows? So
Pedro Torres has been the man handling all the kicking duties here for the Lions, and he's got a big leg, but he's just got to rein it in there on the kickoffs. Every time it bounces out to the far sideline. As Paris Olsen does come back out on the field, looks like it was a cramp once again. They were stretching him out on the sideline, so good to see that it once again is nothing serious there for Paris Olsen. He's out there for his team.
For the last minute and 2 seconds of this third quarter here, before we get into what should be a pretty contested fourth quarter.
Davis under center, turns around, hands it off. Gabe Miller up the middle and brought down. Nice tackle there by number 45. That Hammond, he's had a couple of big-time catches offensively, and that was a nice tackle there for the sophomore.
Gabe Miller just running super hard today. Another one right there.
Picks up about 6 yards on that first down carry, 2nd and 4. As we approach 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
Probably the last play here.
Davis under center, turns around, hands it off. Paris Alston up the middle, and Paris Alston drags some defenders. He'll be close to the first down marker. I think they're going to give it to him. And let's check with the official. They are going to say first down by Paris. Score 26-21.
Still 20 seconds left on this clock. Looks like they will start running it. So that'll probably be the end of this third quarter as this Warriors team gets ready for what should be a tightly contested, very intriguing fourth quarter versus the Newaygo Lions.
Yeah, both teams head to the sideline, so we'll head to the fourth quarter. You're listening to Chippewa Hills Warrior Football on WIBR Y102 Big Rapids, broadcasting live from the Isabella Bank Sports Studios. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back.
We're a mercantile bank, and we get what banking should be. More importantly, we get you. We get that you have a life, priorities, and hometown pride. We get that you have things that make you tick and things that tick you off. We get what you want and need from your bank. That's why we promise to think, act, and talk like real people who also have a life and share your priorities and hometown pride. Mercantile gets it. Member FDIC.
My name is Kyle Taliska. I'm the principal at Mecosta Elementary School in the Chippewa Hill School District. My Blissy is an integrated behavior and reading model where we improve behavior by teaching explicit skills and then in turn increase our instructional time so that we can impact reading and make it better across the board. The more time on task we can have for all students, the better outcomes educationally. And that gives our teachers the chance to do what they're so gifted at doing as far as educating and getting the best outcomes from our students. For more information, visit chsd.us.
Great run there by Trenton Wiggins as he gets over the 50-yard line down at the 48-yard line of the Lions.
So I know this is Trenton Wiggins' first game here, but he's going to need to make sure he holds on to that ball because that's the second time I've seen him kind of just dangling it out there. We do not want to see a turnover at this point in this game.
2nd and 4 now. Davis under center. Trying to take as much time off the clock as he can. And he gets the defense to jump. That'll be a free 5 yards and a free first down. And it will be offsides on the Lions, so a first down there for the Warriors. We mentioned that a lot last season and already a lot this season. Warriors just know how to get those defenses to jump.
It's definitely something you can tell they work on. They do it much better than most high school offenses.
Davis under center, turns around, hands it off. Right up the middle is Trenton Wiggins, breaks through a couple tackles, still fighting. And he gets all the way down to the 35-yard line. Trenton Wiggins will not say quit. He keeps fighting for his team. That'll be a nice carry.
And I think right there you start to see why Coach Webley said he'd be such an addition to this team this week.
Ball spotted now at the 36-yard line, 2nd and 4. We haven't seen him, we haven't called his name a ton defensively, but offensively, Trenton Wiggins has definitely made his mark here tonight. Davis under center, turns around, hands it off. Gabe Miller running around the right side, breaks one tackle, and he gets brought down, but not until he picks up the first down. That might be the first time that Gabe Miller hasn't run right through a tackle.
I mean, speaking of making a name for yourself and making yourself presence known on the field today on the offensive side of the ball, I mean, Miller has just been running people over. Probably, like you said, probably the first time he didn't head-on run somebody over today.
Yeah.
So
he tried. It was a nice tackle there.
It was not for lack of effort.
Absolutely not, yeah. Davis under center.
This is 6.
He hands it off. Paris Alston running around the right side, following his blockers, and tries to make something happen. Gets thrown forward, actually. So he'll be close to the first down marker. Nice carry there by Paris Alston.
Yeah, a really good run. Looked like it was probably going to get strung out for maybe a 5-yard gain, and he just turns it upfield, continues going. Nice little first down there.
And they will say that Paris Alston picked up enough for the first down as we tick over the 10 minutes remaining mark.
So the Warriors doing what they need to do, just wear this clock down.
Ball spotted on the 16-yard line now. And Davis hands it off. Trenton Wiggins right up the middle. Picks up a yard or two on that carry. That'll bring up 2nd and 8. 9:30 left now. I know you've mentioned it a couple times here, but is now the time for a play action pass again?
I was thinking maybe this is the time for Logan Davis to sit here and go for that hard count.
Okay.
This defense is really jumping. You wonder if maybe he'll pull that out here.
Instead, he'll turn around, hand it off. Paris Alston right up the middle, makes a couple nice cuts. And he gets brought down near the 5-yard line. He thinks he was still live.
He thought he was still going there. So it might be in the best interest of this Warriors team. Keep dragging this clock down.
That's true.
A few more plays here.
I might have agreed with him, though. I think he was brought down on top of the defender.
I did not think he was down. It looked like he was on top of somebody. So
instead, it will be 1st and goal. Ball spotted at the 5-yard line. 8:45 left to go now.
So Warriors able to drag a little bit more valuable time off this clock.
No, he should be.
Davis under center, turns around, fakes a handoff to Gabe Miller, hands it off to Paris Olsen, who fights through one tackle, still on his feet. Paris Olsen keeping the play going, and they called the play dead even though Paris Olsen broke through that tackle.
That's two plays where Paris Olsen did not think his play was done.
And maybe another play where it might be okay that it wasn't, as you mentioned, just keeping the clock running here.
This defense is keying very heavy on that run, and they're looking at Paris very heavy as well.
Is it 4th down?
8 minutes left now, 2nd and goal. This drive started before the start of the 4th quarter, so it's already taken over 4 minutes of game clock off.
And that's just what the Warriors need, is just to slowly drag this down and make sure they get this one in the end zone here.
They have a 5-point lead as it stands, 26-21.
Clock continues to go down here.
Our kids are so confused.
Logan Davis confirming the play call, and the Warriors, I believe, will take their first timeout of the half, and they will. We're going to take a quick timeout as well. We'll take a quick
Gingrich Tire Center reminds drivers now is the time to make sure your tires are ready for the winter driving season. Test your tread depth in a few different spots to see if they're wearing evenly. Make sure that they're properly inflated, and the best thing you can do is get your new snow tires now. Get your car winter ready from Gingrich Tire Center of Remus, your one-stop, on-the-spot auto service station with a complete line of quality tires and auto services. At Gingrich Tire Center, they never tire of tires.
Young and Bastian Taylor here from Newaygo as the Chippewa Hills Warriors have a 26-21 lead here over the Lions. Chippewa Hills looking to get their first win of the season. It'll be 2nd and goal. Ball spotted right about the 5-yard line for the Warriors offensively. As I mentioned, this drive has taken over 4 minutes of game clock off. 7:40 left to go in the ball game.
Now, we've seen some hard running from pretty much all of these running backs today, so it'll be interesting to see whose number gets called here.
Davis under center, turns around, fakes a handoff, keeps it himself, rolling around the right side, trying to find the edge, and Logan Davis will get into the end zone.
Logan Davis lowers his shoulder as a running back there and just really pushes the guy off until he corners his way to the end zone. So a big score for this Warriors team.
Logan Davis picks up his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season.
So extends this lead to an 11-point game now.
Pending the extra point.
Yeah, an 11-point game.
Currently 32-21.
Logan Davis looks like he may be cramping up as he comes off the field here.
Our kids need to drink damn water. Wow.
Have some patience with us a little bit. The scoreboard actually turned off, so we're doing all the math in our head here. The kickoff was blocked actually before it could get to the end post, so it will remain 32-21 score. We're going to keep it right here.
Home is where the heart is. Since 1903, we've called the heart of Michigan our home. When you bank with us, your money stays right here, invested back into the communities where we work, play, and live, promoting economic growth and community service. At Isabella Bank, we care about our community because this is our home too. Isabella Bank. Bank local, bank anywhere. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Warriors will kick the ball away. Once again out there, a boy named Sue. Carl Whipple for the kickoff. And it is a beautiful kick. Fielded at the 20-yard line by Wismer, who has a running start and a nice return there. He actually ran through a couple defenders, gets over the 40-yard line, brought down around the 42-yard line. So a nice return there by Jared Wismer.
Wismer, a player who we thought would make a little bit more noise today. Probably his best play of the game right there, that run, just bulldozing a couple of people there, but maybe a little too late. And now you wonder if this Newaygo offense is going to try to open things up.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it earlier, but Brendan Brechting has struggled a little bit to throw the ball here tonight. So down 11, you're going to probably need to throw the ball a little bit. But they're going to hand it off to Wismer instead on this first down carry. Runs through one defender, and Wismer gets out of bounds close to the first down marker. We'll have to see where they spot him. But that was a nice run there by Jared Wismer.
A good play by Wismer. It looked like Colby Rose in the backfield there, who is not a player who misses many tackles, who thought he had it. He was a little upset at himself at the end after seeing how big that run ended up.
And it will be a first down. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line of the Warriors. Brechting in the gun. Couple receivers out, but he fakes the handoff, keeps himself running around the left side. Brendan Brechting jumps through the defense there on a nice run as Brendan Brechting gets down all the way inside the 15-yard line.
So starting to see some offensive firepower both ways today.
That was maybe the biggest play there by this Lions offense. Probably the nicest play by Brechting so far here tonight. He struggled a little bit offensively, but that was a great play.
Outside of his touchdown pass on the last drive, I'd probably say that's about his best play. Or well, touchdown throw to the 5-yard line.
Brechting turns around, hands it off. Wismer right up the middle, and Wismer will walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Warriors just can't put this team away. Anytime they finally make a statement, the Lions turn around and come right back, and that's what they do here.
So it looks like now it will be a 5-point ball game, 32-27.
Pending the extra point here, of course. 32-27 is the score. 6:52 left in the ball game. They're going to go for 2 here. Brechting gets a snap. He rolls right. He throws right. Nearly intercepted. Pass will fall incomplete. So it will remain a 5-point ball game as the Warriors will get the ball back offensively.
No. Yeah.
My name is Kyle Taliska. I'm the principal at Mecosta Elementary School in the Chippewa Hill School District. My Blissy is an integrated behavior and reading model where we improve behavior by teaching explicit skills and then in turn increase our instructional time so that we can impact reading and make it better across the board. The more time on task we can have for all students, the better outcomes educationally. And that gives our teachers the chance to do what they're so gifted at doing as far as educating and getting the best outcomes from our students. For more information, visit chsd.us.
Recover this. Nope, Stevens will kick it deep. Fielded by Logan Davis at the 10-yard line. Turns around, pitches it to Trenton Wiggins. Trenton Wiggins trying to follow some blockers and gets brought down at the 20-yard line.
A strange little return there. It might have been advantageous to just keep the ball in Logan Davis's hands there.
Either way, the offense will take over. Ball right at the 20-yard line. I want to remind you, tonight's game is brought to you by Gingrich Tire. Are you weather ready? Stop in Gingrich Tire in downtown Remus or visit online at gingrichtire.com today.
Set the scene a little bit. We got a 5-point ball game. Warriors in the lead with the ball here.
Logan Davis going to be back out at quarterback. 6:44 left to go here in the ball game. Turns around, hands it off. Paris Alston right up the middle. Not much going there. Nice tackle right at the line of scrimmage by David Yoder.
You see some defensive linemen out there and getting into it a little bit.
We mentioned earlier in the ballgame that this Newaygo defensive line was really struggling to generate pressure. As the game has gone on, I think they've done that better and better.
I think they've shown signs here and there, but that offensive line of the Warriors is no slouch. So they get a very nice push.
Davis under center. Turns around, hands it off. Gabe Miller, falling blockers, runs through another defender. Gabe Miller down to the 34-yard line, and he picks up the first down. 6 minutes left to go now in the ball game.
So 6:05, this game is starting to run down. We're getting to this final stretch here, and the Warriors just using that really good run offense they've had all day.
Undoubtedly, Gabe Miller's best offensive game this season.
It may be the best game we've seen Gabe Miller play total.
Sure.
So that is just really, really cool. Really good for him. I mean, he's just dominated running the ball today.
Couldn't have come at a better time either. Davis under center. Turns around. Hands it off. Trenton Wiggins running around the right side. Breaks one tackle. And Trenton Wiggins still on his feet. Gets brought down near the 47-yard line. So Trenton Wiggins having a nice game back as well.
You have Trenton and Paris in there, and that's where their strength is.
Trenton Wiggins gets all the way down to the 46-yard line, comes up a little slow, and he's going to take this play off. He's going to head to the sideline.
Chad Sheldon, it looks like, headed back in.
Hopefully nothing too serious for the senior. We mentioned he had some injury issues in the offseason, so hopefully nothing too serious. Hopefully we can see Trenton either later tonight or later this season. Davis under center, turns around, hands it off. Paris Alston breaks the first tackle, running around the right side, still on his feet. And that might be the most incredible 4-yard run I've ever seen. Paris Alston fights through about 3 tackles.
I think he almost turned it into about an 8-yard run.
Yeah, he does get down all the way to the 46-yard line, and he's slow to get up.
Multiple times there where I thought Paris Alston was dead in his tracks and continues to push through. Looks like we do have an injury on the far side.
Yeah, that's Paris Alston who's slow to get up there. Hopefully, once again, just a cramp.
Paris Alston, a bit of a fighter. He's always had some injuries that he's been battling through all season.
And he will get up and jog to the sideline under his own power. Trenton Wiggins comes back into the ballgame for Paris. Good to see Paris jogging to the sideline. Good to see Trenton jogging back out on the field.
And something we talked to the coaching staff, maybe on this Gabe Miller extravaganza today, is just having Trenton Wiggins and Paris in the backfield really do open things up for him.
So 2nd and 4 now for Logan Davis. 4:40 left to go in the ball game. Tries to get the defense to jump. Looks to the sideline for the call. He's under center. 3 backs behind him. Logan Davis turns around, hands it off right up the middle. And a nice carry there by Chad Sheldon. Mr. First down. He'll get to about the 36-yard line as he does pick up the first down for the Warriors as their offense is really moving the ball well here right now.
So the Warriors, if they can just continue at this pace, are just over 4 minutes and 20 seconds away from possibly their first victory of the season.
Logan Davis looks to the sideline for the call. Want to remind you, tonight's game is brought to you by Mercantile Bank. Home, community, partnering with our neighbors and local businesses. Mercantile gets it. Remember, FDIC.
So Paris Alston on the sideline still just getting those cramps stretched out, it looks like.
4 minutes left now in the ball game. Logan Davis taking as much time as he needs. Under center, gets a snap, fakes the handoff, keeps himself rolling around the right side, jukes back in field, and he'll pick up a couple of yards. Another nice run there by Logan Davis as he picks up about 3 or 4 yards on that carry. Nice job to stay in bounds once again. As Paris Alston comes back out on the field.
3:30 left on the clock. We're slowly ticking down here, getting closer to the end of this game.
Want to remind you after the ball game to stick around for the Chippewa Hills School District post-game report.
Paris Alston tries to get back onto the field there, and then midway through his stride to his position, his cramp starts up again, and he heads right back off.
Davis under center back out on the field. 3 minutes left to go now. Gets a snap, turns around, hands it off. Gabe Miller running around the right side. Gabe Miller breaks through the first tackle, and he has to be wrapped up by his feet, but he picks up the Warrior first down. Gabe Miller having truly an incredible ball game here tonight.
And you can just see the energy he's running with. And I do believe, having Trent Wayans back there, having Paris Alston back there, really having a bit more of their full complement of backs has opened some things up for him as well.
And once again, I mean, we've been saying it all season really, but once the entire offensive supporting cast of this team gets healthy, this is an offense to watch out for.
Yeah, it's a dangerous team at that point.
2:30 left now. Davis under center. Gets a snap, and he rolls right, keeps it himself, makes something happen. Picks up a couple of yards there. Looks like he would have been brought down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Instead, he picks up 2.
I think they're just content he got back to the line of scrimmage, didn't lose the ball, anything like that. So a good little play to keep this drive going, and really just keep the clock running. It looks like, there we go. We'll see our first timeout there from Newaygo.
Newaygo does have 2 timeouts remaining. We're going to keep it right here as I remind.
My name is Kyle Taliska. I'm the principal at Mecosta Elementary School in the Chippewa Hills School District. My Blissy is an integrated behavior and reading model where we improve behavior by teaching explicit skills and then in turn increase our instructional time so that we can impact reading and make it better across the board. The more time on task we can have for all students, the better outcomes educationally. And that gives our teachers the chance to do what they are so gifted at doing as far as educating and getting the best outcomes from our students. For more information, visit chsd.us.
Sure. You gotta make sure, Ron, you gotta make sure you're holding on to that ball.
Yeah,
Hands,
absolutely.
I mean, if you need to go down a yard early just to make sure you don't fumble that ball, you do it. So Really interesting. 2:17 left on the clock here.
And that's something that we haven't had to mention too much here tonight. The turnovers have been under control here tonight. It's the first time this season.
Well, this is what happens when you don't turn it over. Your offense can handle things like this. Your defense gets a little bit of a rest every once in a while. So this is really, really good to see. Promising for the future here.
Logan Davis turns around, hands it off. Trenton Wiggins right up the middle. Trenton Wiggins still on his feet. He's still fighting. And Trenton Wiggins, I believe, will pick up the first down, and he does. First and goal.
In the words of Chris Berman, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling right there. I mean, that looked like that was about to end after about a yard, and they just kept going. So what a run there by Wiggins, someone who hasn't been playing all season and has made his impact felt tonight.
All right, you can't mention Chris Berman without doing an interpretation. I need something.
No, I'm not there. I'm not there.
The Lions will take their.
Gingrich Tire Center reminds drivers now is the time to make sure your tires are ready for the winter driving season. Test your tread depth in a few different spots to see if they're wearing evenly. Make sure that they're properly inflated, and the best thing you can do is get your new snow tires now. Get your car winter ready from Gingrich Tire Center of Remus, your one-stop, on-the-spot auto service station with a complete line of quality tires and auto services. At Gingrich Tire Center, they never tire of tires.
Home. This just out, the average age of a vehicle on the road today is just over 11 years. That's impressive because it takes regular maintenance and solid repair work to keep a vehicle running well that long. At Quality Car and Truck Repair, that's what we do. We keep vehicles running their best for as long as possible. We're still changing oil, performing regular maintenance, and doing repairs on vehicles much older than that. Keep your vehicle.
This away crowd, but you can really hear how loud they are here tonight. Davis under center, turns around, hands it off. Paris Alston up the middle, and he picks up a couple of yards there. Ball spotted at the 5-yard line for Alston. Under 2 minutes left now.
This Warriors team to the point now where they can pretty much run the clock out.
And the Lions will take their third and final timeout here of the second half, and we will as well.
Go the extra mile with Bader & Sons Company and the unstoppable John Deere Gator XUV 835. When other utility vehicles take a rain check, we help you take the wheel and enjoy the thrill of the ride. With factory-installed 3-wide seating, heating, and AC, the XUV 835 is our coolest, most comfortable Gator yet. Isn't it time you took a John Deere Gator for a test drive? To learn more, go to greentractors.com. From Southeast Michigan to the bridge, let the experts at Bader & Sons Company show you why we are outstanding in our field.
There's one thing we can do to block up front.
All right, football fans, James Young and Batsy Taylor, you're from Newaygo High School. It is second and goal now, and you can hear these Warriors fans are getting excited. Their team is well on their way to their first win of the season. Score 32-27, the Warriors lead the Newaygo Lions. Logan Davis looks to the sideline for the call. He's under center. Gets a snap, turns around, hands it off right up the middle. And Trent Wiggins still on his feet. Welcome back, Trent Wiggins. Touchdown, Warriors.
Hey, we talked about it in the pregame show. There's a reason these coaches and players were excited to get Trent Wiggins back, and that right there is why.
Now an 11-point lead pending the extra point. And that may just be the ball game. Never say never. I remember the Chippewa Hills Newaygo game from 2 seasons ago. But an 11-point lead now with 1:49 left to go in the ball game. You got to feel pretty good about your position here.
Let me see. I think my closer there.
Gavin Miller in for the extra point. His kick is up, and it is good. So just like that, the Warriors take a 12-point lead over the Newaygo Lions, and this team is excited. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. You're listening to Chippewa Hills Warrior Football on WYBR Y102, broadcasting live from the Isabella Bank Sports Studios.
Home is where the heart is. Since 1903, we've called the heart of Michigan our home. When you bank with us, your money stays right here, invested back into the communities where we work, play, and live, promoting economic growth and community service. At Isabella Bank, we care about our community Because this is our home too. Isabella Bank. Bank local, bank anywhere. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
High school as your Chippewa Hills Warriors have a 39-27 lead over the Newaygo Lions. The Lions, though, looking to respond as Wismer, gets tripped up by his own man on the return.
Hey, that's a flag.
And a flag comes in late as well.
Yeah, play boy. Yeah, get out.
As Wismer threw the ball about 30 yards downfield after he got tripped up. He had a head of steam, and he was looking to make something happen.
Touch the ball. Yeah.
That's our ball.
Yeah.
You threw our ball.
I forgot we were kicking. It's just a run.
So just
What did you get for running in front of
an
your
unfortunate circumstance there.
A very strange play. It looked like it was going to be a touchdown for a second, and then to get tackled by your own man, essentially, and then to stand up and throw the ball angrily.
Yeah.
Even if your team did have any sort of chance with 1:43, that's not going to help.
That was really a nice return there by Wismer until the end. He had about 5 yards head of steam by the time he actually caught it. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line for the Lions. Brendan Brechting looking to bring his team back. They're down 12. 1:43 left to go here in the ballgame. Warriors have a couple defenders back deep. Brechting gets a snap. He rolls left. He throws left. He finds his man Wells, who stays in bounds, and Wells gets shoved out of bounds. Huge hit there by Paris Alston right at the 50-yard line.
And Paris Alston stands up, and his team is excited, and the crowd is excited. A really nice way to end this game on the defensive side of the ball. A huge hit by Paris Alston.
It's always important to note, too, it was a huge hit, but it was a clean hit.
Oh, it was absolutely clean. He just came in, and he just knocked somebody out of bounds. So, really nice play there.
Ball spotted right at the 50-yard line. Newaygo has no timeouts remaining. 1:36 left to go. They're down 12. Brechting in the gun. One back to his right. Brechting gets a snap. Looks right, throws left, and pass falls incomplete just over the hands of Wells, his intended receiver.
So they try to run a little throwback again this time, but this time Parker Thompson was not fooled at all on that side. Almost had a chance at an interception.
Brechting was 8 for 15 last week, and he's really struggled throwing the ball here tonight. A lot of misses, low, high, all over the place. Got to imagine the temperature has a factor on that, but he's just struggled here tonight, and that's unfortunate here for the senior on homecoming. He's in the gun. Gets a snap. Rolls right. He's looking right. He throws deep right, and pass falls incomplete. He was looking there for Badgerow, who tripped up. I was kind of worried for a second they'd throw a flag, but that was not pass interference. They just got their feet tangled up, I think.
Paris was a little beaten and stayed right in his instep there, but it looked like they got a little tangled up, and I'm glad I didn't see any laundry come out there.
3rd and 10 now. 1:26. That was a long developing play. Score 39-27. Make sure to stick around for the post-game report after this ball game.
Somebody's got they're right next to each other. That's not good.
Brechting in the gun. Gets a snap. He looks right, looks left, throws left, and he will miss his receiver. Pass falls incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down now.
That was great coverage there by Parker Thompson, who's had a few missteps here on the defensive side of the ball, but right there, a great play.
And this really is the ball game. Warriors up 12. Lions have no timeouts remaining. 4th and 10. These Warriors fans are getting loud. You can hear them. I can feel them as they shake the bleachers here.
You get that good crowd feeling, almost, like you said, feels kind of like a home game. We're getting a lot of energy from this crowd tonight.
And the Warriors will take their first timeout here of the second half. And we're going to keep it right here.
I wonder if maybe they go into some sort of prevent if they look to pull a guy. Who knows here what they do. If they continue with their 4-man front, 5-man. They seem sending just the linemen. They seem to be getting pressure. So I don't think they for sure don't need to send anybody. Now we just need to know if they're going to drop those linebackers, see what it goes here. But was it 4th and 10?
4th
so this
and 10,
is
yep.
Pretty much the ball game here.
Yeah.
So pretty important play here. Really excited to get back on this other side. It's probably a smart call by the Warriors to make sure their defense is regrouped, make sure they know exactly what's going on and what to look for here. All the keys, all the don't want to get fooled on the throwback or anything like that again. So really a good use of that timeout.
Both teams will break the huddle now. 1:22 left to go here in the ballgame. 4th and 10. Make or break time for the Newaygo Lions as they look to really have a miraculous comeback. 39-27 is the score. Meanwhile, the Warriors look to get their first win of the season. Couple safeties back deep for the Warriors. Brechting gets a snap. Looks left. He throws left. Pass is completed there to Wells, and I believe he'll pick up the first down. And he does.
So first down to Wells. Minute 16 left on the clock. Clock will start running after this first down is set.
Remy Wells has had himself a great game here today. 2 receiving touchdowns, a huge catch there on 4th down. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. Clock has not started running because the Lions have not set offensively yet. They look to the sideline for the call.
The ball must have went out of bounds because still no running clock here, so it must have been taken out of bounds there.
Brechting gets a snap, looks right, finds Amari James, who tries to split the defense. He'll be close to the first down marker. Lions continue to hurry this up here.
It's like Logan Davis and Gavin Miller combined to make that tackle there.
2nd and 3. Little miscommunication offensively for the Lions. Brechting gets a snap. He rolls left. He throws left. He finds his man, Amari James. Huge tackle. As soon as he caught that ball, Paris Alston once again.
Paris Alston just flying the ball on defense right now.
He's looking to get his first win here of his senior season.
Why is he 25 yards?
40 seconds left now. And Brechting will just spike the ball here. A little miscommunication by Amari James. I think he actually ran a route. Either way, that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They can get the first down without getting the touchdown. So I've asked you, if you were the Warriors, what would you do? If you were the Lions here, what's your play call?
I mean, probably another rollout to the right. It seems like he's more comfortable rolling to his right, making those throws, and I'd be looking for Amari James. I mean, he's been dangerous all game.
Brechting gets a snap. He will roll to his right. He throws to his right. He was looking for Amari James, but the pass falls incomplete. Logan Davis on the coverage.
That was just great coverage by Logan Davis. Even if Amari James does make that catch, there's nothing for him to do with the ball. So really impressive play there. Defense really stepping it up here. 35 seconds left.
3rd and 10. This may be formalities at this point, but never say never when it's Chippewa Hills versus Newaygo.
We've learned from experience to just never give up on that score.
Oh, you guys wrapped it?
Brechting in the gun. One back to his right. To his right. He'll roll right. Looks left. Throws left. Pass falls incomplete. More miscommunication there between Brechting and his wide receiver.
Definitely a missed pass interference call on that side of the ball, but looks like it'll just continue as 4th and 10.
So once again, this is the ball game. Last time it was 4th and 10. The Warriors defense gave up 11. Got to hold them here. 31 seconds left to go. If you hold them here, you can get out of the cold. You can go home with your first win of the season.
All right, so the 2nd, 4th, and 10 here on this drive. First one, they threw a little pass to the left, a 10-yard stop. So
11.
Brechting in the gun, one back to his right. He gets a snap, looks right, looks over the middle, and pass will fall incomplete. And the Warriors will win this ball game.
And that's a huge play. They had a slant set up to James in the slot, and it looked like it could have possibly been there, and then almost picked off by Paris Alston, but it's going to be over anyway. So turnover on down. It looks like the Warriors will get out of here with their first victory of the season against a very formidable opponent in this Newaygo Lions team.
Absolutely. Newaygo came into this game 5th in the CSAA Gold, and all of a sudden the Warriors from their 8th position are going to take them down.
We've talked about it. This Warriors team is a lot closer to a 3-1 team than we really think they should be. An 0-4 team as of right now. they've had some games where they've played half a game or they've played 3/4 of a game, and now finally they get that full game in.
And no turnovers.
And yeah, just outside of that one turnover in the first half, just nothing. Yeah. So it's been a really clean game for them.
And the Warriors will likely need this ball game out. And they will. So just like that, the Chippewa Hills Warriors come into Newaygo and they get their first win of the season.
So a huge win, powered by the offensive line and just the running game for this Warriors. But a huge win as the Warriors improved to 1-4 for the rest of their season. And after we take a quick break here, we will come back and we'll go over the rest of the season and do a little post-game show. So make sure you join us for that as we discuss the Warriors' first win of this 2020 season.
It's great to say. It's great to hear.
It is. I'm happy to be a part of it here.
We're going to take a quick 30-second break. You're listening to Chippewa Hills Warrior Football on WYBR Y102 Big Rapids.
This just out, the average age of a vehicle on the road today is just over 11 years. That's impressive because it takes regular maintenance and solid repair work to keep a vehicle running well that long. At Quality Car and Truck Repair, that's what we do. We keep vehicles running their best for as long as possible. We're still changing oil, performing.
Home is where the heart is. Since 1903, we've called the heart of Michigan our home. When you bank with us, your money stays right here, invested back into the communities where we work, play, and live, promoting economic growth and community service. At Isabella Bank, we care about our community because this is our home too. Isabella Bank. Bank local, bank anywhere. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Go the extra mile with Bader & Sons Company and the unstoppable John Deere Gator XUV 835. When other utility vehicles take a rain check, we help you take the wheel and enjoy the thrill of the ride. With factory-installed 3-wide seating, heating, and AC, the XUV 835 is our coolest, most comfortable Gator yet. Isn't it time you took a John Deere Gator for a test drive? To learn more, go to greentractors.com. From Southeast Michigan to the bridge, let the experts at Bader & Sons Company show you why we are outstanding in our field.
The end of the season clearance sale is going on now at Lakeside Motorsports and Nelson Speed Shop. You get clearance sale pricing on all pontoons, tri-toons, sport boat, and fishing boats left in stock. Buy your new boat now and save thousands. You get the best price of the year. Buy your new boat now and get free winterization and storage. Every major brand, every boat left in stock is priced to sell now during the end of season clearance sale at Lakeside Motorsports and Nelson Speed Shop.
Gingrich Tire Center reminds drivers now is the time to make sure your tires are ready for the winter driving season. Test your tread depth in a few different spots to see if they're wearing evenly. Make sure that they're properly inflated, and the best thing you can do is get your new snow tires now. Get your car winter ready from Gingrich Tire Center of Remus, your one-stop, on-the-spot auto service station with a complete line of quality tires and auto services. At Gingrich Tire Center, they never tire of tires.
My name is Kyle Taliska. I'm the principal at Mecosta Elementary School in the Chippewa Hills School District. My Blissy is an integrated behavior and reading model where we improve behavior by teaching explicit skills and then in turn increase our instructional time so that we can impact reading and make it better across the board. The more time on task we can have for all students, the better outcomes educationally. And that gives our teachers the chance to do what they are so gifted at doing as far as educating and getting the best outcomes from our students. For more information, visit chsd.us.
They say lightning doesn't strike twice, but they were wrong.
I can't believe my car's struck by lightning twice. Now it doesn't start again.
Thankfully, the NEPA-certified techs at Johnson's Automotive in Big Rapids can fix electrical systems and starters, so our hero can get back on the road quickly.
Wow, it's almost like a total recall. Thankfully, I don't have to be a running man anymore.
Johnson's Automotive, fixing all foreign and domestic vehicles. Northland Drive, just south of the airport, Big Rapids.
We're a mercantile bank, and we get what banking should be. More importantly, we get you. We get that you have a life, priorities, and hometown pride. We get that you have things that make you tick and things that tick you off. We get what you want and need from your bank. That's why we promise to think, act, and talk like real people who also have a life and share your priorities and hometown pride. Mercantile gets it. Member FDIC.
This just out, the average age of a vehicle on the road today is just over 11 years. That's impressive because it takes regular maintenance and solid repair work to keep a vehicle running well that long. At Quality Car and Truck Repair, that's what we do. We keep vehicles running their best for as long as possible. We're still changing oil, performing regular maintenance, and doing repairs on vehicles much older than that. Keep your vehicle in shape. Call Quality Car and Truck Repair, 220th Avenue and Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.